yeah, just extremely.
Let's never do that again. That was a.
Shit, how many we got in here right now?
Yeah, I'm about to say blind.
I'm about to
Shit.
say.
Let's do that tomorrow. Sorry, nah. Shit.
Really felt like a streaming group there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just a little fun.
That did feel a little different.
Like spend Sage. I don't like fun. Hey.
That's a big plus. No, it does feel a little different. You know what? We're not gonna say pause today.
No pause. All stream. Is that the challenge?
I think pause is outdated.
Should we come up with our own thing, like us specific way of saying no homo, or we're just past it?
Yeah, I don't. Who cares if it sounds gay?
We say yes
for a second. Is that the new thing? Yes, homo. Is that the thing?
We don't care, homo. You know, it just doesn't matter.
Let's see how it goes this stream.
Well, we'll see. I wonder if they have a no return policy on that Apple Vision Pro. Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Let's Keep It a Buck podcast, the only podcast where we do things different. If you're watching this live and you got the 8:10 start, congratulations. Crazy
parlay.
If you are watching the playback, you probably didn't see anything. It seems like a normal pod, but trust me, it's a little bit different. I got the guys here with me, the black guys here with me now. Gosh, Sage, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, brother. Omar, I'm doing good. Brother Damo, MB Souls, how you doing? I'm doing good on a fantastic month. It's gonna be a great pod. I ain't gonna lie. We got a nice little damn near 700 in here. I feel a little scared now. What y'all got going on, chat?
Bezos, is that your echo?
Am I going?
Wow.
Am I too loud? My gain is
no, it's not you. It's not you, King. It's never you. Brian.
Definitely not today. It's definitely gonna be you today.
Not this month.
Isn't this year a leap year too? So we got an extra day of blackness.
Is that true?
I think so. I think unless I just got baited. Let me see this month. Yep, it is 29 days today.
Oh,
this year is leap year.
Okay. Damo, how you doing today?
Wait,
I'm sorry, that let's go threw me off.
Oh,
great, brother, man. My brother from another mother, Omar. My brother Sage, and my guy Bezos. Yeah, it's great. Went to the gym today. Super sore. I'm what you call it. Nope. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that at all. Super sore. Definitely in my lower region. Legs shot, screaming, shaking. My shoulders and my chest area definitely kind of sore. A lot of lifting.
Okay, that's
just sore.
Okay.
But feel good. And making this a process, I'm trying to stick to it. That's another thing I'm trying to really do. Stick to the regiment. Stick to doing it. Me and my girl went, so we both sore as hell, but we loved it every moment.
Love to hear that.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Brian, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. How about you guys, man?
I'm say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Feel enlightened. Feel awakened today.
Yeah. If you're new to this and you want to be true to this, make sure you hit that join button, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like, share, follow the TikToks, share those. Clip us up, share those clips. Do whatever you got to do. Y'all share Gilbert Arenas and Rashard McCann's takes. Why can't you share ours? So
actually, I feel away now. That's a fantastic point. Damn, are we dumber than them to y'all? Deadass. Comment below. Would you rather hear takes from like Gil and them or like us? Because like I know they played, so
not Rashard.
How many times?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Would you rather hear takes from Rashad McCann? Because Gil I can get. Would you rather hear Rashad McCann's takes or our takes? Deadass.
Let me ask y'all, how many times have y'all opened one of y'all social medias and see y'all are tagged in someone else's clip?
I got my mentions off.
Yeah, I got my mentions off, dog. I'm too famous for that.
I have them off, but I do check my noti every now. I said something. What did I say? What's it go? I have them off, but I tap the noti joint every now and then. I see a couple of names.
How long you had your mentions on Vsauce? Because I done had it over a minute. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's crazy.
I think it's a 2-year anniversary. So
Yeah. Wow.
what about y'all?
Mines are still on. I didn't.
So you get every ad?
Yeah.
Ah, hell no.
Boy.
Hell no.
I've never turned off my mentions.
I
I
will see them in the notifications tab, but in terms of pop-ups, unless I'm following you, go fuck yourself. No.
I ain't gonna lie. It takes me it gotta take me a lot to actually block somebody. My block game ain't even strong either.
I don't block niggas.
I want to see what you got.
Yeah, I can't do that. I ain't gonna lie.
Speaking of that, hold on. I gotta send a hate tweet right now. I was thinking about before I took my nap. I'm gonna do it right now. My fault. Go ahead.
Before we get started in this, as content creators, sometimes we should do this. Do y'all have? I have a content creator that I want to shout out this week. Found the videos, actually quite enjoy them. Can't necessarily tell you why I enjoy them, but I just like watching them. If y'all have one, just after me, you can go. Shouts out to Groovy Queenie, 2K player, comp 2K player.
Okay.
Prime Mellow frying a comp player on Play Now.
Making it work.
Oh my God, no.
This is my dream, chat. My dream's coming true.
So
Finally.
It's my turn.
I watched this man. He goes crazy with the comp play. Damn, what's going on? Okay. He goes crazy with the comp play. So he gets into
sim.
He gets into these online play nows. ISOs up, D's people up, all that stuff like that, and just goes crazy with one player and one player only. Now, and mind you, I play with y'all. I play with good 2K players. This nigga right here is phenomenal.
Oh no, I don't do all this. I say that I don't do all this. I don't know all the end rounds about Play Now. I know my.
Oh no, there's a There's a nigga that follow me on Instagram who has a YouTube channel that was like Play Now stuff. I'm actually surprised I never put him in touch with Vsauce because Vsauce wants to do the Play Now resurgence. There's a dude just like this. He has his face cam on though, but yeah, he be going crazy on playing just like this with one single player, getting like 50 points, changing his defense, no off balling, none of that. Oh wow.
No off balling was a crazy jab. Let me show y'all. Let me show this mellow one. If my internet will actually act like it likes me. All right, here it is. This mellow one that I saw was like, all right, this guy, he thinks he's cooking with hot grease.
Okay.
No, you shouldn't hear nothing. You shouldn't hear nothing.
You just post full games?
Yeah, but they quit most of the time. Like,
damn.
Look.
That nigga says, I know this will be like 20 minutes. They gonna quit.
Oh, yeah,
Switch.
Hey, watch out.
Mismatch.
Let me get this.
Jab.
You can talk.
Yeah, like I don't be doing the freelance set, Jones. Good move, hit that.
That's a good shot, Melo. Don't even worry about it. Oh, you got it. Good shit. I'm in.
correct?
So he is just going back to Melo.
Come on, Melo.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Oh, give me that.
Oh no.
Step back.
Swish. Stop.
He's
fine.
not a nice guy.
And
Damn,
why? Melo get take, boy.
Apparently, the different camera angles
Let's
like
go.
really
I
be
ain't see
helping
that
for the
animation.
content.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie.
For the
I'm going paint. Up on
Yeah.
top. Up on top. Yep, good shit. I got Curry.
No.
Go. You got
Is
that
he-
off with Klay Thompson?
I'm about to say, is he
Oh, yeah.
doing like an
Live
RP
with it.
of like the players on the court?
Draymond.
Yeah, like is
Alright,
he
bro.
actually
You gotta-
Carmelo?
Draymond, I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm about to
Melo,
say-
pull up, gang.
You might be
Pull up,
onto
pull up, pull
something.
up.
Yo, this nigga be so
2K RP?
Us.
Stop! Everything is content with this guy.
KRP is wild.
And that's gonna be there.
You mean my career? No.
No.
Something
back
else.
the Slumber moment, man.
Because we're gonna exploit that for sure.
No, we're not gonna watch too much more, but I know we enjoy like some 2K vids. So
Nah, it's I'm
Two
once
over,
it gets a little
double
too
it.
compy,
Jump.
Shout out to Vlad too. He was promoted by YouTube today.
yeah,
All right,
that's
bet.
right.
We go.
Vlad too wavy, Vladimir too wavy.
I put Draymond on.
I don't know what comp is. What's the difference between comp and like just a regular freestyle? Oh, got him.
like what he doing and shit, like with the freelances or whatever. That definitely comp. It's
Just
settings that you have to like literally test out and/or YouTube. I don't know shit about them settings. I just like all up.
Wait, what do you mean freelance? Like the ISOs?
Nah, like there's settings that you can set that can set up.
Take it.
So your
Like,
defense, like how your off-ball players play, keep shooters open.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that shit. That
how
shit.
AI players are gonna play defense and shit like
Right.
You
that.
can set it in
How
timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know shit
Yeah,
about
Melo,
that.
pull up.
to be
This is
honest
when it
with
starts getting bad.
I used to be on it crazy. I used to
Pull up,
do it
Melo.
crazy back in the day, but
Pull
then
up, Melo.
you.
Come on,
It
man.
really is
I ain't
finishing like
about
my
to
career.
finish
It
this
is
game.
mellow or mellow.
Yeah, let's go.
He's held
Melo
for
is
that.
responsible for every point.
Send me one.
I don't do that shit.
No
The
way,
inbound
chat.
still, nah, that's a good shot.
Yo, that was a perfect shot, bro. I just been talking.
Audio listeners are like,
First
the
game
fuck?
of the day, bro. I'm gonna shake
They'll
out
be
the
okay.
rush.
They'll be
Chat.
okay.
Gotcha.
Audio listeners or looking at
Boy, Melo. Come on, I need those.
play with Carmelo Anthony on 2K.
Oh, that's
Good
a
shot,
good ass
boy.
thing, that.
Good shot. One way or another, we good. Only y'all, he gonna have to figure something out, groovy gang. Let's get it, Melo. Lock in.
All right.
Warriors are also a bad team in 2K
I'm in,
nowadays, outside of literally Curry.
This is the I think it's the Warriors with KD.
Oh, he got the
this is
16
Warriors.
Oh,
That's
never mind.
17
I'm
Warriors,
chatting. I thought he was just.
KD shot his cheeks this year though. I know that's a
Really?
nitpick.
It's cool. It's cool.
Mm.
Man, nigga, I don't hate it.
Nah, I hate it.
Yeah, well,
Let's go, Melo. Turn up, man. Hey, patience is.
Melo got a nice shot being said.
Yo, these boys is clipping. How much steals is that? Tell me one.
Now I will say
Stop
this:
that
what's
groovy.
pissing me off about
Stop
this
that groovy.
is I do not get all
Stop
those
that
skills.
groovy. Come on, man.
Hell no.
Let's go.
And he starts
Maybe I need to
Be in
use
that
right,
move.
but even then, I do not get all
He
them
starts
skills.
digging in crazy stuff.
Nah, you fucking him up.
So yeah, I like to watch him. I like to just have him in the background sometimes. But who y'all got? Who y'all
You
got?
follow this nigga. Never mind.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't have a specific YouTuber. If I had to name somebody,
Oh, I just said him. I just mentioned him.
Literally was not paying attention. I was fucking looking for the nigga. I was not paying attention to nothing.
It's because you're
Nah,
on
we
Xbox.
been playing with
You're on
Vlad.
Xbox, yeah.
That's big Vlad.
Vlad's the guy.
Shout out Vlad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you're on Xbox.
But I'll binge the shit out of this dude. He be like he be like ranking every episode or whatever the fuck. Cause I'm a nerd. I do this. I think his name is like Mark or some shit. Let me double check. Yes, LS Mark. I'll watch his videos and I'll watch really any Baldur's Gate video because there's so many ways to fucking play that game. So I'll be on that shit, bro.
How you spell LS Mark? It's
Literally LS and then Mark.
like with a K. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. He'll have like he'll go through it or whatever, and he'll literally just like rank the fucking shows and shit. Now I don't sit there like sit up or whatever because these long ass videos, but if I'm like chilling, editing or some shit, I'll play it in the background.
I read every Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I actually probably
I
like,
just see this nigga on my For You. Yeah.
He does shit like that all the time. Shit
yeah,
like that.
definitely gonna look at that later on.
Does that have to be a small creator or just any creator?
It could be any creator.
Yeah. Shout out to I'm already blanking on name. Madden dude. I've been watching a lot of his clips lately. Yeah. My boy Sketch, man.
My
funny
man,
as fuck, bro.
love that nigga, bro.
He's so funny, bro.
Check one. Check. Tango. Check.
Bro, he does a celebration when he does a touchdown, bro. He literally walks around and pees like a dog, bro. That shit is so funny. Yo.
Bro.
Damn, my friend told me someone peed on the peed like a dog playing Madden, and I was like, no,
No, that shit is so funny. You so funny, bro.
My friend told me someone pissed like a dog playing Madden. I miss this one nigga he was from Baltimore. He used to like talk like a literal Baltimorean playing Madden. That nigga was stupid as hell. I wonder what happened to that nigga. I can't remember. He was on TikTok. He was like, that's a bad read, or some shit like that. Forgot what happened to that nigga, but that nigga was funny too.
Sketch, you know what's funny about Sketch before Damo goes? Oh, and I know who Damo shout out, but I know he's not. If you don't shout him out, I'll shout him out. But Sketch has been playing like every NFL player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played with Vontaze Burfict, I think.
The other
Recently.
day, he's played with Tyreek Hill and his boy. Like
Mm-hmm.
he played with Tyreek Hill every week. I ain't gonna lie.
Vontez is a wild name to throw. Like Tyreek, Sauce Gardner, those guys. I didn't know Vontez was out here doing content. That's crazy.
Yeah, he is.
It's evil nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Damo, who you got?
For me, and wait, what was the question again?
Content creator, yeah, that you be watching. Just
Okay. Just content creators we be watching in general. For me, FaZe Jev. I'm looking at my recommended right now. I watch a lot of FaZe Jev. I watch a lot of It's Reese Live. Well, It's Reese, but the channel It's Reese Live. It's Reese, FaZe Jev. Personally, I'm still watching Bruce. But other than that, I would say my guilty pleasure guys, people that I watch, I watch like I don't know why, but I watch like movie reactors, like reactions to like movies and shows and shit. So
Chosen Six.
Melverse, I watch Melverse. He's one, and who else? Alex Hefner's
He
TV
spoke
review.
over it. He don't watch us.
Melverse.
Yeah, Melverse is one, and then Alex Hefner's TV and movie vault. Those two. Are
Do y'all watch anyone on here's videos ever?
I watch a couple Souls and Sage. Sometimes, like if it's something really that pops and I want to watch, sure. But
Yeah,
I'm a TSO lurker, so
I be seeing Bezos's streams a lot, I'll admit, and then I seen Omar video on the Black YouTube jump. I seen that jump, and I ain't gonna lie, Damo, I was tuned out on the beef at some point. I'm just too much pause, but it's
there's no more beef,
Right,
and I'm not beefing no more. There's no more beef.
you barely upload anymore, man.
I'm tapping back in.
What you mean? I literally just uploaded a couple days ago.
I checked the gap, bro. It was a 2-week gap, man. Come on.
It was
It's
2
weeks.
It was a 2-week gap because for 1 week
There
I was
no
having
beef? Come on, man.
no. It was a 2-week gap because first of all, the last one I did was the Stephen A. shit, but I didn't have internet damn near for a week. I was struggling for a whole week with the internet. Then another week I was just fucking off.
Chad, don't ever make a prediction and have me see that shit again.
But yeah, and Black
What's
and
the
the Black
prediction?
Hokage, of course. Black Hokage.
Next.
I'm a Sage stream watcher for sure. Like the stream.
Pussy.
I do want to shout out somebody, friend of the show, Lord Heck.
Oh, the big guy sent. Yeah. I
Good guy,
recently
man.
got put on the heck.
Good guy. He's pivoted his content, and watching him do this in like real time, from when like Biso sat down and talked to him and stuff like that, to where he's at now, to him moving and quitting. He was talking about quitting content. This is his original channel where he was doing dances and stuff like that.
He moved to Texas and shit. Like he was very in on the, like he was in the sturdy community, crazy community to be in. But yeah, like everyone that was being sturdy in New York City, like that was his thing. And if he wasn't talking about
tutorial, yes,
like, and if he wasn't getting sturdy or making videos about getting sturdy, like his videos would bomb like crazy. So he like his concern with me was like, yo, like the concern like a lot of us have is like, this is the thing that works. How do I pivot out? Do I double down on it? Like, what the fuck do I do? I don't want to be known as a sturdy guy for the rest of my life. And what happens when the fucking dance dies down? So
what he started doing, honestly, he started playing video games on TikTok, but with the Nintendo Switch controller. So he's playing like first person shooter games with the Nintendo Switch controller.
I'm about to go to his shorts. His shorts is that's where I found him, do like shorts and shit like that on YouTube. I didn't even know he like had the consultant thing with Souls or anything like that. Like when I sent that in the group chat, I was just astonished from the fact that somebody was being real and honest and upfront about how much they're actually making. Because that seems like a taboo thing for real, in a lot of communities and people who do content. Niggas do not like putting numbers next to what they're doing. So when I seen he just did I made $20,000 of gaming on TikTok, and then he broke that shit down, like didn't even break it down for real. He just showed the numbers, like, all right, nigga, I made 190,000 doing this, I made 5,000 doing this. And I'm like, yo, this is different. I was already hip to do, but I was like, yo, I fuck with it. I just put it in the group chat.
Go on his dancing channel and go watch his videos. I don't want to say midlife crisis, but it's just like a real transparent moment where he's talking about like, this is not sustainable. Like what I'm doing is not sustainable. I think he even made a video one time where he was like, I regret dropping out of college to not get my computer science degree. Really, I don't, the dancing content, of course, y'all know is not me, but the transparent content, man. Yeah, that's great.
yeah,
That's what I knew he was different. When he dropped that shit, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga, he's gonna be fine, relatively fine for doing content. Oh yeah, he definitely got it.
yeah, he's getting numbers on TikTok Live too. Hasn't translated it over to Twitch because I know he multi-streams on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that, with all the numbers that he's getting and streaming on TikTok Live, hopefully that transfers over. But shout out to my guy Lord Heck, man.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Mark my words, it's about I ain't gonna lie to you. His name is starting to pop up in like the realm of like the Tim the Tap Man and all that type of YouTuber shit. It's about to pop up in there soon. Watch them Twitch numbers over the next 2 months. 2 months max. He's going to be one of the next up and coming streamers. I give it for real.
Good guy. Hopefully he can get into some like comp games.
Could he have like survived in a dance niche? I don't know why that's on my mind, but like if he had like tried to do dance instead of maybe just sturdy, could that have worked? Or
He probably would have. It would have had to be like any other person that went mainstream with the dance thing, where he would have had to be put on to like rappers and going on a show and be like
Fair.
backup dancer type shit, or it would have had to be like mainstream monetized somewhere like that. I don't think he would. I don't think there's any dancer or dance group of people who are strictly just doing YouTube dance videos and keeping it sustainable. They're all doing tours, dance, fucking crew battles, shit like that, all types of stuff.
yeah, at that point you get a job. That's fair. At that point,
Yeah, I mean he was because like he wasn't just getting started. He would do like whatever. If there's a crazy TikTok dance trend going on, he would do a tutorial of it on YouTube and it would do well. But the problem he was having was, bro, I mean, they only come to me for tutorials.
yeah.
Like I'm not developing
So
any sort of
wouldn't
community or connection. Yeah, I'm literally just a Google search channel. Like it's kind of fucked, but
I'm a Google
real.
search. I hear it.
And then when there's not, I mean, like right now, there's probably some dance, but if there's not a dance that's out there right now that's got like the world captivated,
yeah, you're gonna do the Jersey Joe fucking like
yeah. All right, let's get into it, man. 21 minutes in, I think that was good. Let's talk some basketball.
Fair sport.
I actually do not want to start with the just announced All-Star reserves. I want to start with some more breaking news. Breaking news. Joel Embiid has a torn meniscus.
Oh,
Yeah, Joel Embiid has a torn meniscus. I don't think they've announced which knee it's in.
His left one.
Left knee. Are these the left?
I think it was
knee?
left. Maybe I hope I didn't get baited.
I'm looking at it now. I'm on Woj. Sixers star Joel Embiid has an injured lateral meniscus in his left knee and will be out through the weekend while a treatment plan is finalized. I don't think we were anybody on this podcast that was laughing and joking and thought he wasn't serious or whatever. But I want to find that clip of him at the Warriors game. Do y'all remember that?
he couldn't jump.
Yeah, when
Like,
Kuminga. Oh, I thought you meant the Kuminga diving on his knee.
Well, there is that too. Kuminga did dive on his knee, but that's not the one I was talking about. The one that Sage is talking about, where he went to go like contest the jumper and he just couldn't jump.
everyone was telling me he just didn't look healthy playing out there. So
Yeah, he ain't look healthy for a minute. I'm not even like pushing cars or anything like that, but like, no, it's been a while. Joel Embiid has clearly not been 100%. Anthony Davis, glad he confirmed it, clearly has not been 100%. There's a lot of things going on right now, but continue because I know you're introducing the topic.
I cannot find this, and maybe somebody just DM'd it to me, but I really want to show the clip where he's trying to jump, and it's just like his legs are just like he's just stuck. Not even that he's stuck in saying he actually falls to the ground because he can't get off the ground. He cannot move. But so, Draymond Green post that game also said that, and I think this is the best clip I see of it real quick. This isn't the clip that I wanted, but it's the clip that we will play because it's like a half.
Thinking, why is
So if you look at the very bottom, and we'll find the full clip, he goes in like he's about to contest a shot, and he like physically falls.
Oh,
Yeah.
nah, I ain't see that. Oh,
You ain't see
man.
that, Damo? Oh,
And
no.
in real time, like leg collapsing. This was I think this was after Kuminga
Kuminga dove on him. Yeah, this is when Kuminga
dove
dove.
for the knee thing and all that stuff like that. Oh, dude, I didn't see that. And I didn't want to see that.
I'll admit I didn't see that. I'm laughing out of pure discomfort. Let me be very clear. That is
Ooh, I did not
That's fucked up.
see that. But Draymond has something to say about the 65 game thing and everything like this. And actually, Tyrese Halliburton was the MVP was the smokescreen. The MVP was the smokescreen, but they also talked about it with Tyrese Halliburton too. The MVP was the smokescreen, but Draymond brought up a point that I did not see a lot of people bring up in the 65 game conversation.
Joel playing tonight felt very much so because of the 65 game limit. I think it's actually quite bullshit. Guys didn't face those rules before. But those same NBA, all NBA teams, those same MVP awards lists, Defensive Player of the Year, those lists are the same. I once lost a Defensive Player of the Year award to Kawhi Leonard, and I think he played 51 games. In
He
turn,
lied.
you get Joel, who comes out there tonight and he forces it. And Freak played with him and JK diving for the ball, but maybe it's not as bad if the knee isn't already banged up. I don't really bang with it. Now we got one of our premier faces in this league, the MVP of our league, possibly hurt for an extended period of time because he's forcing it.
Now, mind you, this is night of. This is night of.
What was the point that you feel like he brought up that people weren't?
People weren't talking about the injury. When people talked about the game rule and all this stuff like that, they always talked about the MVP. Oh, we're doing it for the MVP. Oh, we making an excuse for the MVP. Y'all talking about the 65 game rule being bad because of the award. It was always about the award. To me, nobody ever brought up the injury component. And here's the full. Cruz just sent me the full one. Yeah, nobody ever talked about the injury component. It was always about, oh, if these people want these awards, they got to play the games. I didn't hear nobody ever. I never heard anybody talk. It escaped me too. I never heard anybody talk about the injury.
Well, I thought that was just a given because the whole rule was made to combat load management, and the whole conversation about load management was injuries. So, I don't know. My whole thing with this, yeah.
I thought it would be some. I just want to say Draymond lied. Kawhi didn't play 51 games. He played like 70 games that year. So Draymond was just chatting on the mic. 2, let me not even go on a tangent. I'll wait till we start doing individual tangents. Just that point alone. Yeah, I thought that the players being more likely to get injured was synonymous with it because it was combating load management, and people were load managing because they wanted to preserve their bodies for the playoffs. I didn't think it was a need to talk about the likelihood of players getting injured more, because this rule was to combat the players that are injury prone.
Well, not getting injured more, but forcing their way back early.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, but again, originally when I heard about the rule, one of my first thoughts, I'm not going to say the first thought, but one of my first thoughts is, I mean, we're going to find out if guys actually can go. Because 2 players I would think of that are on the opposite side of the spectrum as we speak right now of this rule are Kawhi Leonard and Joel Embiid. Kawhi Leonard everyone will tell you he had degenerative knees. Oh, Kawhi can't play more than 55 games because his knees is bad, and he done went to Dr. Zulu in Africa, and he even told him that his knees are bad. Like, everyone told you his knees was bad, and he's on pace to play 70-something games this year. No load managing, no taking nights off for the most part. Is he eligible to take nights off? I don't know. The way he's playing,
82, right? AD's playing a shit ton of games. Anthony Davis, he's barely missed games this year too.
82, but 80's been a guy that typically would play while he's hurt. It's just the injury has to be bad for him to miss time. But I will say, you can obviously point to this new rule to him forcing himself to play now. But a guy like Kawhi, I would look at a guy like Kawhi and be like, well, Kawhi is pushing himself through it just fine. He's not hurt. I'm not gonna say he's not hurt yet, but that's a guy that everyone just knew couldn't play 60 games. And Kawhi is on pace to play 75. Then you have a guy like Joel Embiid, another guy who's done his whole career being injured. We talked about this last pod. Well, we talked about this a previous pod ago. Joel Embiid's only played more than 65 games twice. For the people that are blaming the rule for why he's getting injured, because I seen that on the timeline, that's what I want to speak on. You niggas are idiots. This rule is not why Joel is hurt. Joel, his entire career has been hurt. Every year of his career, he's been hurt. The man is literally, in no disrespect when I say this, he is injury prone. He is prone to an injury. He's played every playoff series with the injury. He came into the NBA with the injury. He started his career off load managing into an injury. Every year of his MVP season, he played 68 games. There's 82 in the season. Why don't you think he played the rest of those games? He had injuries he was dealing with. Joel, this is not something you can say, oh, he's trying to prove a point, so maybe it made it worse. But Joel's been hurt. He's been hurt. He told you he was hurt. Hell, when niggas was saying he was, and I'm part of niggas was saying he was ducking Jokic in Denver, they said it's because he couldn't jump. Then he goes out and shows you he can't jump. Like we just seen it. We just seen the clip. He can't jump. Like I don't think this is the rule is not to blame on why Joel Embiid is hurt right now. That's the dumbest thing I've heard so far since this thing is broken. It's broke like an hour ago. Literally got on the toilet and was scrolling, and I'm seeing people, Steve, man, and this is why 65 games is dumb because it's getting guys injured. No, it's not. This nigga he's been injured. He's always injured. He's never not been. You've never seen Joel Embiid in the NBA not injured, nigga. That's not a thing. I can't blame the rule on something that happens every year of this man's career.
Unironically, if you had to die on the hill of this is the rule causing this, it wouldn't be with Joel Embiid. It would be with a guy like Anthony Davis, who clearly, if you're watching these games, is injured and he's just like thugging it out. But majority of these players, unless I'm tripping, if y'all think I'm tripping, go ahead and get your shit off in the comment section. That's what it's there for. But from what I'm seeing, a lot of the time, it's only been a thing for players who are actively chasing these awards, but players that are not A, necessarily caring about these awards, or B, looking past the bigger picture. I'm not really concerned about these things. Now, I'm not just trying to use this as a weird way to hate on Joel Embiid, but what I am saying is it's a franchise responsibility to know if your player is injured, and we've talked about front office for like weeks now, but I'm going to continue to harp it because it's something that's not in home apparently. It's on Philadelphia, the 76ers, not the NBA. It's on the 76ers to say, look, dog, I get you want your award, but dog, you can't fucking jump. Like, what are we doing? Sit down.
I hear you when you say that.
Go ahead.
What do you say to Tyrese Halliburton then?
So Tyrese Halliburton, what's his exact quote? So I don't fuck him up.
Tyrese Halliburton is in a similar situation to Joel Embiid. He's running up on games missed. The difference is I think he'll miss like $41 million in a contract if he doesn't play.
Now when it's affecting the bread, that's entirely different. I will say that if that makes me a hypocrite, that makes me contradictory, then go for it. But when it's affecting dollars, I've personally never even been a fan of that shit. I think one of the biggest crimes in NBA history that nobody talks about is Clay getting hoed out of Supermax. I thought that was fucking ridiculous. So when it comes to the bread, if they're literally like, oh, you got to play 65 games to get paid, I'm all for getting that the fuck up on out of here. Because I think, hey, you're paid as much as loyalty to the team in terms of like being there for tenure to unlock a Supermax and talent. I don't think if a team doesn't want to pay you because of your health, that's fine. But mandating that shit via the 65 game thing, I'm all with Reese there. If he's losing dollars because he's not playing, that's fucked up. He means everything to that franchise. I'm all for that. But if we're talking just for like, and I don't want to belittle this because it's easy to say from the sidelines as a person not playing, but in terms of a player who like dedicates their life to basketball, you can care about this. But like when we're talking about materialistic things like an MVP award, dog, I'm sorry. You got to see the bigger picture and sit down. Or if you don't see that, then it's on your franchise to tell you, yo, sit down. Now, if you're in Tyrese's situation, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a hypocrite. Fuck that. Hey, what's up, though? Are you gonna compensate me? How are you gonna compensate me? What we gonna do about my check? I'm all for that. That's a fantastic point. I have none for that. Go ahead.
He is 4 games away from losing out on $40 million with a hamstring injury. And we know hamstring injuries can come, they can come and go and come and go and come and go.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say with Joel Embiid, I don't think this is I know everybody wants to blanket it as this is an MVP thing. I think every player that has an issue with this, it is about the money that they're making. Damn the MVP, it's for all awards. All awards is affected by the 65 game thing. In every award, everything that you can get, go towards your next contract. So, and I said this when we talked about it last time. That's why I feel for Joel Embiid in this situation. Damn the MVP. He's trying to make all team NBA, and I don't know his contract. Check his contract to make sure I'm not capping. My word is not law. I'm just going based off what I know about basketball and how this shit works. But I would not be surprised if in his contract, just like with Reese, he has a stipulation to where he has to make all team, or he has to make a certain team NBA, a certain defensive team, whatever it is, whatever accolades outside of MVP, just he would be eligible for. He's not eligible for any of them. So not just Reese is missing out on 40. Joel can be missing out on 40. Every other NBA player who is in their contract with those type of stipulations can be missing out on whatever money. And guys who are approaching the end of their deals and need to re-up, they're also going to be suffering and not being able to be paid as much. Guys are not going to be getting super maxes if they can't play, which, I mean, for some people, they're going to be like, hey, that's fine. But I'm calling bullshit on guys who genuinely, they can't help. You can't help your body not being right, especially a guy like Joel, who he's coming up on, this is his 9th season. Next year will be 10 years in the NBA for Joel Embiid. He ain't never had a fucking healthy season. You know what you're getting with Joel. Joel has never had a healthy season in the NBA. Why are we taxing him for when he is playing? He's playing like one of the best basketball players in the world, and he's giving his all. He's not taking off on fucking playoff games. Joel Embiid is playing with torn meniscus in the playoffs. He just played in the regular season with it. If I see a guy trying to go on the court and give their all, I'm not about to knock you for missing games for real. That's bullshit that Joel's eventually, from what it looks like, and I got to see if he re-upped on his deal or whatever it is, I'm pretty sure when his contract's up at this rate, he's not going to make the money he's supposed to get. You're going to look around, and in the NBA, a nigga like Nick Claxton is going to be making twice as much as Joel Embiid, and we're going to be looking like, what the fuck is going on? Joel can't, his body cannot stay healthy.
Yeah, I want to speak again, not because I want to hog the limelight, but because I want to be very clear. I honestly, I'm going to be blunt. Y'all got Casual Sage here. I did not know, or I don't know, and you guys can correct me here, if it's about your last season in regards to Supermax, or is it's about ever. I'm kind of blanking on that right now. Like, if I don't know if Joel Embiid's at stake ever super, am I making sense? Like, Joel Embiid, I don't know if he's played 65, so fair enough. But if Joel Embiid has played 65 in the past and he's hit all NBA before, is it that will allow him to get a Supermax? Or is it, hey, you have to have 4 straight or 3 straight appearances, or your last season in your contract year, you have to, you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm wording this the right way. But if it's about, especially the most recent season, oh, that's the most hold shit of all time. I'm 180.
Let me read you on 2 people, and then let Bezos get some
go ahead.
mic time. No? All right, so
I thought you were going to read first.
Oh, no, I'm waiting for the... Anyway, nothing. So I got the Yahoo Sports article pulled up here. These are the facts about Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton signed a 5-year max contract last offseason that goes into effect next season. It's worth a base of $204.5 million, but will go up to more than $245 million if he makes an All-NBA roster in the last year of his rookie deal, which is this season.
Yeah, that's old. Yeah, okay. That's what I was fearful of. Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't even know how you argue that. If he were to, God forbid, knock wood right now, obviously, he like has a season-ending injury, you're telling me he's not worth the contract. I've never been for that, so I'm not gonna change that tune now because I want players playing more.
And mind you, he could miss 4 games. Like, he could legitimately miss 4 more, just 4 more, and then be like right as rain healthy for the rest of the season and the playoffs and all that, but still would miss out. Joel Embiid's injury history, just want to put this out here. This one is missing one. I know this one is missing one for a fact. Torn left meniscus his rookie season. Despite having a sensational rookie campaign in 2016-17, yeah, he ended it after just 31 games because that's when he tore his left meniscus. He had left knee soreness in 2019. But I also remember when they played the Hawks in the playoffs, he had a partially torn meniscus. Now, I haven't clarified if that's in that same knee, if it's in the left one. 2021 left knee bruise, which made him miss time, and then this current knee injury right here.
Damn.
I think I'm still for the 65 game thing for awards like MVP and Defensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year. But I do think when it's I'm not as for it when it comes to all NBA teams because of everything that we discussed. Like, it affects dollars, specifically dollars associated more so to your market value, and missing out on 40 mil even though your market value suggests something else is kind of crazy. So yeah, the whole thing is just an unfortunate tale. And for me, my biggest takeaway with this whole thing has always been, with every single rule, there's just a give and take. Unfortunately, there's pros and cons. Clearly, the load managing thing has been a concern for the NBA over the last 4 to 5 years. Every single year we have these discussions. The NBA finally does something about it, And yeah, this is why they probably have been hesitant on the trigger, is because during the conversations that they have within the NBA, within the NBPA and all of that, like these are the concerns that maybe players had. You know, now we're forcing players to play to a certain threshold, forcing their bodies to do shit that they shouldn't be doing. Like I remember in 2017, you know, the Celtics forcing Isaiah Thomas to play as much as he did through the injury. How much slack and how much, you know, how much people were mad at the Celtics front office for forcing Isaiah Thomas to play back then. And I'm like, with the conversation about Embiid over the last week, not that that's all what it is, but it is giving a little bit of agenda pushing when it comes to, see, this is what's wrong with the award. Like, in literally every single other year, you would blame the front office for playing a player, especially of Joel Embiid's caliber, while he's injured, specifically when Joel Embiid has been injury prone throughout his career. Like, that's not something the front office should do. But now, because the conversation is what it is, now it's all about the 65 game rule. Like, I don't think that's fair to everyone involved. So
I just don't know how you fix this without just abolishing the rule altogether. I was listening to Gilbert Arenas and Cheryl Swoops talk about Caitlin Clark breaking the scoring record, the all-time NCAA scoring record in women's college. And they were wrong about this when they said it, but they were like, oh, well, you know, some of these kids got it, like, you know, she got a COVID year. So if she does it in 5, whereas the previous one did it in 4, then it should be a whole different category. And that's kind of what Draymond was saying about his award. If he could do it this way, but now he wouldn't count if he did it back then in that same fashion. Why should it, like, we should just start changing everything up. Keep it the same. Keep the way records track the same. Make a new category. You know, pick 2 if that's what it takes. Pick 2 MVPs.
Pick an
honorary all NBA player or something. But if this is putting people in position, and I wanted to correct Damo on that too. I know you said he was wrong, but you were also wrong. Draymond Green, when you were like, he played.
Oh yeah, Kawhi played 64.
Different year. You talking about the wrong year. You talking about the wrong year, Damo.
There's 2 years Kawhi won DPOY. One was 70 games. Other one was 64.
The other one was 64, in which he would have not been eligible for the award. So when you put players in a position to say to themselves and say to the organization, "No, I'm playing," to sacrifice their body, I mean, that's so old. That's you know what I'm saying? That's 90s football. It's early 2000s football. That's Toradol. That's hella horse tranquilizers. That's all that other stuff that they used to be doing back then, because that's what they did back then. No, I'm playing, and I'm playing through whatever I got going on. But this is a man who, I mean, from what it sounded like from Draymond, it looked like he shouldn't have, it was pretty clear he shouldn't have been out there from the jump. And he went out there from the jump.
I seen it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll toot my own horn when I actually do tune in sometimes. A lot of it I was working out, doing extra shit. But I ain't gonna lie. I was like, that nigga is not jumping. The whole time I'm like, he's not moving right. I didn't want him out there. And abolishment of the rule, it may have to go somewhere along the lines of just getting rid of the financial implication. Now, obviously, we're talking in fantasy land, because that seems like a very noble thing to do. And unfortunately, we're in a world that's not that noble. So not going to happen. But that would be the only solution, because at that point, then you could easily argue, if they had no financial implications, that, yeah, players just trying to be greedy to immortalize their names or whatever, and they're putting their health above that. But when you're talking about making bottom line, making dollars, at the end of the day, dog, it's going to sound crazy for people that play 2K, for people that don't really assess how important millions of dollars are. But yeah, I would like that. I would like an extra 40 mil. So I can't really get on these players' ass for that. I just it's just unfortunate that you can't really trust the front office that's telling you to sit down now. That's like a fuck situation to have. Like, if you're kind of injured, you got like an elbow bruise or like a swollen elbow or some shit, and the doctor's sitting there telling you to sit down, you don't know if you should actually sit down, or they're trying to sneak you in to around 70 games. And it's just a matter of, oh, you missed another week of basketball. Now you're at 68. I ain't gonna lie, you should really stop playing. And next thing you know, you're not getting a Supermax. So it's so fucking tough. But I'm not for the financial shit at all. I am for the idea that 65 games hinders you for MVP just straight up. If it were just that, though, I'll make that very clear. Only because context has always been this mysterious thing of debate, and maybe that's what people adore. But oh well, he only played 70 games. He only played blah 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 games. Well, hey, there's a rule that's going to tell you, hey, if he played this amount of games, he can get the award. If he didn't, he can't get the award. I like it being more concrete. That solves a lot of discourse. But financial implications, yeah, those ass. I'm like,
go back and watch. Go back and watch Embiid. Just real quick, go back and watch the Hawks play the Sixers in the playoffs the year that Ben Simmons missed that dunk. Go watch like game 3 and on. That's what the other night was reminiscent of, because I remember that's one of the reasons why we won. That nigga could not move. That nigga couldn't move.
Nigga play with like a MCL and ACL or some shit. And I don't want to say ACL like torn, obviously, but it was bad. I remember making a video on how bad it was. I just can't remember what the injury was.
That nigga.
I'm all for the 65 games for players to be eligible to make awards. I am against any award being tied to incentives to get you more money. In my opinion, I'm not gonna hold you. Awards are cool, but they should just be hardware and extra little fancy trophies. Other than that, it should not be a financial implication for somebody's contract. That should be based off purely your performance, statistical performance. I feel like your statistical numbers should put you in certain brackets based off minutes, based off time played in the league. I feel like time played in the league and statistical numbers should put you in certain brackets to be eligible for a certain amount of money when you're done. And that's it. You're a certain level of a player. The award aspect, because it's a media narrative being pushed every year, because it's inconsistent, because you'll have somebody that won't give LeBron the unanimous MVP because they like Melo, or you'll have somebody not make a defensive player they get defensive player of the year, but they second team all defense. So because all those inconsistencies happen every single year, fuck that being a part of your contract incentive. Fuck that being the baseline criteria for you to get more money or less money. Fuck all that. Your ability to do X, Y, and Z, your performance, is what's going to get you paid. Other than that, let them awards just be awards. That's it. That's just whack.
Do y'all think it would fix it if they just literally lowered for all NBA teams and All-Star doesn't matter, but all NBA teams specifically, instead of like 65 to 50?
No, because all it takes is season-ending injury. Same shit, different tune, different dance. It's the principle of, here's a player that's provided for me for the next 3 seasons, changed my entire franchise. However, Tyrese Halliburton in the 4th season, they got it hurt. So I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, for the next 4 seasons, you're not paid. No, I'm open book shut on that. Again, there's a comment section for a reason. There's a chat box for a reason. Y'all can type away publicly, but I'm gonna tell you now, in terms of winning the award, strictly that, I'm all for that. What the fuck? I think we all are passive aggressively or subconsciously for the idea that X amount of games entitles you to win an award. But in terms of financial implications, you know what those should be? Your agent. You know what those should be? Your talent. Those should affect what your contract is. And not winning an award because in a point guard heavy league you weren't all NBA second or third team. That's just stupid to me.
Yeah, it's just the association of contracts that's fucked up, to be honest with you.
65 games is 2/3 of an NBA season. I am absolutely okay with at least being able to play 2/3 of a season to be eligible for an award. That makes sense to me. We've always said not we, but people have always said the best ability is availability. Reward people who are actually able to be available. I understand it's unfortunate for players that get hurt. I feel for Embiid. Don't get me wrong. I feel for Embiid. If you can't help it, you can't help it. But God damn it, I'm not about to sit here and crucify. I'm not about to fuck over people who are able to take care of their bodies, whose bodies are able to hold up, who still go out there and play 82 games or play more than the requirement. I'm not getting mad at players who are actually playing basketball. I'm not about to coddle to guys who aren't able to do that so they can feel included. Now, I do understand it's for their money, which is why, again, I'm all for eliminating financial aspects and incentives and contracts. F that, find a new way to balance and scale how much a player makes. find something else. NBA, Adam Silver, do your damn job. But this award-based incentive shit is like football, bro. The shit's whack. And in football, you see it all the time. Man, a nigga needs one more catch to get a mil or one more sack to get 5 mil. And that coach is like, he all you take, you see him on the sideline.
That shit is.
Hey, Jamar. Come on, guy. Come on, sit it down. Coach, I need 5 more yards. No, you don't. We need you for the playoffs.
It is a subculture in football. And Damo, I'm glad you brought it up. I'm not even gonna harp it. Someone's gonna speak. It's a subculture in football for quarterbacks to like make sure everybody get paid in that shit. And it low key can cost you games because you're trying to feed like not even going on his talent, but I'm just trying to think of the team. The Chiefs first came to mind. Like, let's say you're trying to feed Tony, you're trying to feed Kelsey, you're trying to win the game, and then oh shit, I don't want my man Noah Gray to not get no bread. Here you go. So that's literally a thing. That is the nastiest shit in the NFL. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go on to these All-Star Snubs. So the NBA All-Star Reserve list is out. And I am ready to get some people upset. Now, there's still some replacements, some injury replacements that have to be made. I mean, naturally, Joel Embiid. But the East, well, let's start with the West. The NBA, the 2024 NBA West All-Star Reserves. Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards, Steph, Paul George, and Kat.
Does anyone know how they actually vote on the shit? Like what the? Because I know for the starters there was a percentage between fan voting,
reserves is all
player voting and coaching. It's all coaching, right?
Yeah.
Dahmer, you're muted.
It's all coach voting. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for the Eastern Conference, Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Bam Adebayo, Julius Randle, Tyrese Maxey, and Paolo Banchero.
For the most part, reserves are positionless, correct? For the most part.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It still follows a
Okay, that's what I thought.
X amount of guard, X amount of I think X amount of front court, X amount of back court.
Don't think I'm pissed.
I am.
I think let me say this. I think that they knew people would be, I don't know when they poll this, they asked this. I'm going to assume that they know, or they do this like 2 days ago. I'm just going to assume because it makes me feel better to assume this way. They knew Julius Randle was going to be hurt. They knew Joel was going to be hurt. So that's why they didn't let Trey on the East. Now for the West, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all boys.
I know. It's not rocket science for what's going on. It's nasty work, but it's not rocket science for what's going on. Yet again, the NBA is doing what the NBA always does. In the West, there should be no reason no one from the Sacramento Kings is an all-star. And by no one, I mean Fox or Sabonis. There's no reason why one of those guys, Domantas Sabonis has been an MVP candidate all goddamn top 10 MVP candidate all year. There's no way at least he shouldn't be an all-star. That's disgusting work, NBA. But I get it. Minnesota Timberwolves are a 1 seed. Typically, a 1 seed gets more than one player. Now, ironically, both of those niggas are coming off the bench for the All-Star game. But hey, I digress. It is what it is. Out east, hey man, the Knicks are a 3 seed. I don't know what you need 2 All-Stars for. 3 seed for none of my business. I don't understand why Philadelphia has 2 All-Stars. They are a 5 seed. But hey, it's none of my business. I mean, I get it. Maxey is doing great, but Maxey should not have made it over Trae Young. I seen somebody in chat say Paolo over Trae. That's not how it works. It's front court and back court players. It's a certain amount you need. So they did not put Paolo over Trae. They put Maxey over Trae. That's who it was. Paolo should have made it, in my opinion. I think Paolo, I ain't gonna lie, the best player on a team that is and they might have failed.
They
did.
They slipped, but they're overachieving and Paolo's having a good year. So it doesn't even all null and void. What?
He's so
what are you talking about?
They're right around where I had them.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
What were they last year?
Early in the season, they were.
But they were early in the season. They were up, and
they were
up.
up, and then it slipped.
But regardless, from last year, They weren't even. They
Yeah,
were.
yeah,
After
they improved obviously.
So
From last
they're
year,
an improved team. They're in playoff contention, and he's the best player on that team. It makes sense why he made it. There's no reason why there should be two Knicks on this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Julius Foulius shouldn't have made it. I give it to Brunson. Foulius might have the numbers. I just don't like the nigga.
I'm about to
just
say,
hating.
Julius kind of
I'll be honest. I don't
like
like
it's
the
the
nigga.
bonus
So,
thing, but then Julius not in.
the
I'm not
lessons
saying he's
don't hit
better, but
anymore,
it's
man.
decent,
That's
bro.
all I'm gonna say, man. The
Now,
lessons
you know what's
do not
crazy?
hit. God.
I'm not understanding, man. Maybe no, I am understanding because both of those guys are injured. So let me not say that about the Cavs.
You know they're
I'm
like
about to say,
undefeated since the Anunoby trade.
Wait,
have
what?
they not lost since then?
And it may be like one game. I really might have just made that up, but no, they haven't been losing since the Anunoby
They
trade.
won 8 straight.
And you know who hasn't won since they got a new coach?
You know who hasn't won until they got a game changer?
Shout out Doc.
Oh my God, yo,
Shout
Giannis,
out to
I
the Heat
love
too,
you,
man.
but
Shout out to
you
the Heat,
gotta
man.
stop, man.
Oh yeah, they are winless since getting Terrell's here. Oh man.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
damn.
ahead and
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and do what we rarely do on this pod, according to some specific comment sections. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not pissed at the West side of things, outside of maybe Cat versus Sabonis, but then I don't know how they do that. I mean, that's why I asked the question. I was like, if you count them in a 4, then I guess. But outside of Cat versus Sabonis, I'm not really pissed. I mean, Steph Curry making it. I know it's fun to laugh at the Warriors back and shit like that, but that was just like a shocker of the year, right? Like, duh, Curry's gonna make the fucking team. And you know how it should go. I'm not even gonna act like it's gonna move any different. Kawhi Leonard, not mad at all. I know I'm the Lakers fan, but come on, bro. I'm not that crazy. Anthony Davis definitely should have made it there. Devin Booker should have made it. Anthony Edwards should have made it. So then it's like Paul George versus maybe De'Aaron, if you can argue PG as a guard. Then I'd low-key maybe hear you, but picking Paul George doesn't piss me off. Now, the East, I ain't gonna lie, I think we're all on the same boat. Trae Young, me personally.
Trey was my starter.
Yeah. I'm about to say, we were having conversations of Trae being a literal starter, so I think we're all on the same page there. I'm not even trying to just get off some Kings hate or anything like that, but I'm not pissed the fuck off at this shit. I mean, maybe Maxey is like looking like a red flag, though. I'll give you that. Maxey is looking kind of crazy.
My biggest question has been like, because what Damo just said has been historically true, right? Like the NBA rewards off the top team that got to be 2 All-Stars on there. Historically speaking, that's how it's worked out. But when they give these coaches the voting ballot, is that how they think? Like, okay, the Celtics are the 1 seed. Who are the 2 All-Stars coming from this team? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Let's move on. Let's go to the Timberwolves. And Cat, let's move on. Like, I as a voter, I just don't know how you can think that way when, again, like, if Jaylen Brown counts as a backcourt player, which for a majority of the season, he's played the 3. So I don't know where he counts.
Probably still count him at the 2, though.
Front court.
Yeah, but
3, 4, and 5 in front court. So
okay.
I'll see where they got him.
Regardless, if it's not Jaylen Brown, I think Tyrese Maxey definitely got that. Okay. They're winning. Who are the 2 All-Stars from this team? Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. I don't like when you look at Trae Young versus the season Tyrese Maxey's having. With all due respect to Tyrese, like he's had a better season. So I don't know.
Actually, it's only been 2 losses since the Anunoby trade, and that was December 30th. I don't know. He might have been the Jokic stopper. Yeah, I get it. I don't get it, but I get it. The league hates Trae Young. They hate the brand of basketball. They hate all that. And I think even coaches dislike it too. I would wonder though if they were coaching the Hawks, what would they do? Because they would probably do the same exact shit. They run the same brand of offense. So that's the only weird thing I have to say. I expected it. I expected Trae Young to get disrespected again, to be honest with you. And there's great arguments that nigga should have. I mean, he's missed out on 2. He's been snubbed twice. Back to back.
Trae is missed. Wait, hold on. I'm looking like a fucking casual today, and I don't care. Trae missed the All-Star game again. I'm just piecing that together.
Yeah, he's the last year.
Oh my God, he did not make the All-Star game last year. Oh my God.
And you can't tell me coaches are really like field goal. Like, if y'all want to say that, I understand, chat, you analytic people, all this stuff like that. Like, that's what you think. I don't think coaches care about that bullshit. I'm not gonna hold you.
This nigga's averaged, and Dom, I'm gonna let you go because I see you already. This nigga's averaged 25-9, 26-10, and 27-10, and didn't make the All-Star game. Nah,
What?
that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say.
Who were the guards last year for the East?
I'll give it to you. Let me give it to you right now.
I think Jaylen Brown started. Am I tripping? No,
I don't think Jaylen.
You said guard last year for the East?
Yeah, guards in the East last year. The backcourt for the East last year. I don't think Jaylen Brown counts. He was front court.
It is Jesus Christ, my bad. I should have did it a different way. Jaylen Brown made it. Where was Paul George? No, Tyrese? No? Yeah, Tyrese.
DeMar DeRozan.
Jaylen Brown, DeMar DeRozan, Tyrese, Drew. Let me see. Drew Holiday. I'm trying to stay to the East. All these niggas is West over there. And then the reserves. Oh, and then no, my bad. The starters were D Mitch and is that Tatum? Who the fuck is the fucking point guard for the East? Am I blind? LeBron, Giannis, Tatum, D Mitch, Kyrie, Luka, Jokic, Embiid, Ja, and Laurie Markkinen. Those were the starters last year.
Laurie Markkinen. Well, that was his breakout year. I'm trying to see if it's any. And I heard Drew Holiday's name in there. And were the Bucks were a 1 seed last year? Were they not?
Kyrie made it last year.
Kyrie, I ain't gonna lie, and that was gonna be a part of my thing.
Bucks were 1 seed.
If it's not winning, it's popularity contest. Because I'm looking at it now this year for the guys that made it out in the East. Nobody below 8 made an All-Star team. Nobody below the 8 seed made an All-Star team. But out West, the Lakers at 9 seed got 2 All-Stars, and the Warriors are a fucking 12th seed with an All-Star. And who are those All-Stars? LeBron, AD, and Stephen Curry. So unless it's popularity, I think these motherfuckers are valuing winning. Winning has something to do with being an All-Star. Unless you're having just a phenomenal year. A crazy breakout. You're shaking your head, Omar. Facts is facts. I'm trying to think about it.
I don't think there's any consistency. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, there
is something consistent. There's definitely a consistent factor here. The top seeded teams gets more than fucking 1 All-Star. A lot of times they get more than 2. So that's one.
No. That you can say there are some things that are true, but like you just said, what are the Warriors right now?
A 12 seed.
And Steph made it off a coach's vote.
And that'll be a popularity vote, just like how the Lakers are a 9 seed. Popularity vote.
I'd argue that at that point, popularity is such an outlying factor that could make it inconsistent. Therefore,
popularity being a factor within coaches is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that point, if it has to be 1 through 8 seed with a feature of popularity, I would argue that popularity is such an unstable factor unstable factor that it's erratic.
But what Bezos just said is why it's dick suck to me. It's the coaches. Like, y'all should definitely be a little bit more objective than the players. But like I said, I know that they probably hate the play style. And that's why I said, what would y'all do if y'all was coaching Trae Young? And y'all would probably run the same play style. So
I'll cry because I ain't got nothing around Trae Young. I'd be in pain.
Yeah, y'all telling me coaches don't care about popularity, but you have the Sacramento Kings with 2 players who are MVP caliber, in my opinion, who are a 5 seed. And they got looked over because of the 2 players that are MVP caliber on the Lakers at a 9 seed.
We're not.
Tell me this.
I ain't said they didn't care. I said that makes it erratic.
Popularity.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that it's not. We're not saying that coaches don't care about that. It's dick suck. That's what we're saying.
I mean, popularity contest is dick suck. That's my high school shit. It is dick suck. That's literally what it is.
I said that's just one of them things you can't track unless they're gonna go via literal jersey sales or something.
Nigga is saying Sabonis not an MVP. Go look up the current MVP ranking standing right now. I guarantee you he's top 10. He has been top 10 all year. Go look. I'm not even looking right now. I'm basing off the last time I seen the fucking ladder. Go look at the ladder right now, gang, and tell me who's the top 10 for MVP candidates.
Is he in the conversation?
I think he is. I mean, technically, top 10, technically you're in the conversation. Niggas calling Sabonis mid.
This is nasty.
It is.
No, I'm talking about it. No, I know what Souls is trying to push. Not you.
I remember the year
he's 8, by the way. Now,
Paul George was a top 3 MVP candidate one year. Oh, the year Tatum finished 5th in MVP voting. So nigga, you're good enough. to be in the conversation. Might not be MVP, but you're a dominant player. And you said he's what, 8th?
Yeah, he's 8th.
Exactly. So, chat, eat a dick.
It's like KD being in the GOAT combo, man. Did you say KD wasn't in the GOAT combo?
I don't think he's in the GOAT combo. No, I don't think he's top 10 all time. So,
I saw this on Twitter. I wanted to show y'all. Oh, we also got to talk about Stephen A. Smith is fucking hilarious. All right. Is Jeremy Grant the Kevin Durant of Tobias Harris?
I don't get this, bro. I'm gonna come clean, bro. I'm like, what does this mean?
This is peak Twitter right here, bro.
Yeah, like this is such a stupid little.
Put NBA in NBA terms. Like, what the fuck?
Ball on YouTube is a crazy channel.
Wait, check out his channel.
Oh my
I
god.
like it. The Ball
I
podcast.
just want to see the content, man.
They got a podcast, man. Honestly,
W Pig mascot?
fuck y'all now. Now that I know that y'all got a podcast. But I think it's time to answer the question. Is Jeremy Grant the Kevin Durant?
So I'm taking.
Feels like I'm being asked to solve for X here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an educated guess. So we're talking in terms of like tier hopping or team hopping.
No. Just like
A
playing.
resident power scaler. This is Sage's thing, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah. I'm trying to power scale accordingly.
You're looking at it wrong. I already know the answer. The answer is no. No, he's not. Jeremy Grant is not the Kevin Durant of Tobias Harris. All players that are Tobias Harris, of all the players that are Tobias Harris caliber, Jeremy Grant is not the Kevin Durant of it, which I would assume in this context, Kevin Durant would be the upper echelons of these tier players. I don't think that's him.
What did Kevin Durant be the Kevin Durant of Tobias
No,
Harris?
he's not. No, he's not. Again, think about the Tobias Harris level of NBA players. So we're talking about guys who peak at best third options, number 3 on the team. Is Jeremy Grant the best third option? No, he's not.
Nah, Jeremy not that.
That's how I'm perceiving it. If I'm wrong,
No. And I'm following you because I would say like is Walker Kessler the Mitchell Robinson of Rudy Gobert's, right? Or the Rudy Gobert of Mitchell Robinson's, my bad.
Nah, that's fucked.
Nah. You asked it wrong. Gang. That's not how you asked it.
No, the second one is Walker Kessler, the Rudy Gobert's of Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson's. Okay, yeah. In that context, you are right. Yeah, and I would say no.
Okay.
Actually, yes. Actually, of the Mitchell Robinson-esque players, Walker, it's just his second year. Maybe I need a bigger sample size. He is on the upper echelons of those type of bigs. So he's close. He is. I'll say it like this: Walker Kessler is closer to being the Rudy Gobert of Mitchell Robinson's than Jeremy Grant is being the Kevin Durant of Tobias Harris's.
That might be Nick Claxton though, for real. I know.
Let me see what my
Not
TikTok's
too
doing.
much. Not too much.
I will take Nick Claxton
That's
above
my
Walker
guy.
Kessler. I will do that. Definitely will take Nick Claxton before.
Sage will
Walker Kessler.
forever be a Nick Claxton fan now after
Yes,
that
I
draft,
will.
bro.
Yes, I will. Nick Claxton and Tobias. Nick
The way y'all
Claxton
clowned
and
this team
Mikal
was
Bridges.
crazy, man. Sage had a
Nick-
decent team, man.
Nick Claxton and Mikal Bridges going on for like fucking 47 that day was the funniest shit. Hey man, that's my guys now. I'm a Nets fan.
And he still averages 20. Damn.
Speaking of
Not too much.
speaking of Mikal Bridges,
Not too much, man. Don't do this. Oh, okay, but this is Pokemon. Never mind. We're good. We're good.
Mikal
I
Bridges.
kind of like Charizard.
What?
The
Stephen
fire
A.
on the tail, the wings, he can fly.
Stephen
The
A.
claws on his feet, he could use that as a weapon. He's not as limited as Blastoise or Venusaur. I'm gonna go with
Stop. I'm cringing. Stop.
Hey, hold
Stop.
on. Chad, I get it now, man. That's how it look
Stop.
like trying to pivot out of basketball, huh? I get it now, man. I get it now.
have y'all
Every time I go on my fucking conversation on TikTok, bitch, if you don't talk about basketball, damn, bruh. I'm just trying to rank Filipino foods. Fuck.
This nigga Souls keeps titling his streams "Beating the Allegations." I'm like, oh yeah, that nigga losing. Oh, bro. I already know he's losing.
Have y'all seen him talk about Pokemon? Because they keep asking him Pokemon questions.
No,
Yeah, I haven't
I have
seen
not
anything
seen it.
outside of his starter choice.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
we're
yeah,
about to play.
at Randy
Yeah,
underscore.
this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it now, chat. My bad, Joe.
What the hell are these? What are these?
Not too much, Stephen A. You know.
Are these pals?
Bulbasaur, whatever the hell it is.
Bulbasaur.
Charmander, or the Squirtle.
Charmander.
Pokemon.
It's a
I guess that's what it is.
Charmander.
I'm gonna say.
You better not get horny for
You
no
know what I'm
reason.
gonna say? Charmander.
Let's go.
That's
Big
what I would
Charmander, nigga.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of me.
Yeah.
It's Charmander.
That nigga said because he reminds me of me because of his forehead. Like, I gotta find because there's another one where somebody dubbed the Kwame Brown shit, the Kwame Brown rant that he had, and said he was talking about Bulbasaur like that. I mean, how y'all,
That's actually funny as shit. I ain't gonna
how y'all feel about Stephen A, man? He getting to the
Not too much. No, I actually love it. I actually love it. They got that motherfucker talking about cars. They got him talking about like ass. They got him talking about Pokemon and shit. I'm all for sports personalities showing personalities outside of sports. Now he better stop playing with my Pokemon now. But I will say this:
Good choice, Stephen A, because Charmander's a fire type, and in Kanto region, fire types are very rare. So that's actually a very good choice there. Now, the only problem is that you're going to struggle with the rock gyms, 100%. You may need to go ahead and catch you like an Oddish to deal with Brock.
What part of the Pal World map is that, man?
I'm about to say,
Lame
I
ass
don't know what we talking
Pokemon.
about.
not too much.
Mm.
Not too much.
Come on, bro. Where the guns at? Come on.
Too much. Mewtwo is solo and pals. So
What
don't
was
even
that
do
you
that.
said? What was that?
Where my Grizzlet at, my nigga? Where's my Grizzlet? Come on.
Grizzly.
Yeah, I
Somebody
don't even know about the Grizzlet.
Somebody sent us
And
this.
Rayquaza pull up, and now all them pals look pretty fucking friendly. Get out of here.
Okay. All right, let's get into some real stuff. Because that is fucking hilarious. Y'all are fucking hilarious.
Rudy Gay might be the answer.
W pivot, man.
I'm gonna say that I think that whole shit should be flipped. It should be flipped for real.
Yeah, I think
Rudy
Rudy
Gay should
Gay
be at
was
the
better. Yeah, I think Rudy Gay is better.
I think Rudy gets to be at the end, Tobias should be at the beginning, and Jeremy Grant should be in the middle.
I ain't gonna lie,
Holy
depending on the team.
Damo, depending on the team, I might got Tobias, but Tobias can. Hey, the right team, Tobias dropping 30.
Okay.
Right. All right, man.
The Nets
Man. No, not them.
as the first option.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So the question of the day is, what makes a player untouchable? What makes a player untouchable? The Brooklyn Nets have zero interest in any deal involving Mikal Bridges. He's completely untouchable.
Hey, chat, that pendulum swinging, man. You was over here. Now
They doing way too much. Not
you go from here to here.
Friend of the
Not too
show,
much.
Nevlin Bear, says, "Who do they think Mikal is, bro?" So,
Stolen tweet. On your ass. Sorry. Stolen tweet.
what makes a player untouchable?
Mikal Bridges. Sign out. Hey, man. If they're either, just him, I don't think I need to explain that. If they're straight up him, or if they're a essential piece to a championship roster on a fairly decent contract, that'd probably be my
Alex
two.
Caruso, like type player. Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, no, a bit better than Alex Caruso. But like, for example, like a Mikal Bridges being untouchable, all memes aside, I don't think he's untouchable in the sense of like a top 10 player. But in the terms of like, if we get a guy better than Mikal Bridges, if there was a player to take a back seat, come out here, hit threes, play defense at an elite level, I'd be happy as shit with Mikal Bridges. So I understand why they view him as untouchable. Now, the only question is, should the Nets be viewing him as untouchable? Because y'all kind of fucking suck. That's the only question. But in terms of him being an untouchable asset, depending on the team, I actually agree he would be.
Yeah,
For me,
go ahead.
all NBA first team caliber players in their prime, for the most part, are untouchable. And then like any young player who like is in the trajectory of being an all NBA type caliber player, I think those players are untouchable. So the Wembys of the world, the Chet Holmgrens of the world, you can't touch those, man. But Josh Giddey, you can.
Oh my.
Wrong example. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad.
I think it's as simple as whatever the plan and direction of the team is, in how they see fit for that player. I don't even think it's reserved for players who are number ones or first team on it. Fuck that. Whatever the team values and feels is important. Hell, if you wanted to tell me Udonis Haslem was untouchable for the Heat, I'd have been like, I get it, Miami. That's what y'all doing. That's how y'all feel. Cool, whatever. I'm not gonna judge what team deems untouchable. I might give a comment or two depending on if I want the player, but I'm not gonna get mad. If the Nets say Mikal's untouchable, obviously they have plans for Mikal for that team. So for Mevlin Bear to say who do they think he is after stealing the tweet after the 5th time, obviously that's the player that they want and they want to keep. That's why he's untouchable. Hell, if the Hawks came out and said DeJounte's untouchable, stop action. Hey, they want to keep DeJounte. It is what it is. Whether I think it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's what you feel you're doing with your team. That's what the criteria for untouchable.
Just bring me somebody that's not D'Lo. Let's play a game. We're gonna go through every NBA team and we're gonna list off the untouchables, starting with the San Antonio Spurs.
Wemby.
Just Wemby.
Wemby and Devin Vassell. I'm about to say Keldon Johnson's touchable.
Please.
Wemby and Devin Vassell are only 2 untouchables.
Damo.
I'm not saying what you want for Devin Vassell. Get the fuck off my phone. Hell no.
Shut your ass up.
I'm hitting you. No, Damo, I'll say this. I'm hitting their ass with a for what? But I ain't gonna hang up. Man.
No, if somebody asked me what you want for Devin Vassell, I'm gonna put it on mute.
How likely?
Johnson.
This guy ain't just RC. Just.
Now let me ask. Realistically,
He's gone. Sorry.
Way to go, Benson.
We
I've
tricked
never
him.
been on this side of the bounce. Though.
I can't believe it. Yes, Becky.
You're right, Tim. No, go ahead. I was gonna say
Hey, TP. Check it out. Check this shit out. He wants them.
Look at this text.
Devin. Oh my God.
Damo, go ahead. Damo. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. The New
They
Orleans.
about to cook y'all, boy.
It's over
In the
with.
comment section, man.
No, because we could be saying that and then wake up. Devin Vassell moved. And find out he's Killian Hayes in San Antonio. Did y'all see that Killian Hayes news? They said Detroit had a trade before Monty Williams became coach. And then when he became coach, they shut that down. And when I saw that in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, Monty Williams was looking at Killian Hayes in San Antonio and was like, hold on now. That's the next campaign. Y'all niggas. That's the next campaign.
Nah, bro.
Oh, he's the Jeff Teague of campaigns.
He's heating up.
My side. Okay.
I'm finna have a 6:30 show on PC.
Hey, he be trying like you want to join.
Stop, bro.
Because when we talk about it in the morning, they're gonna be serious. OG's gonna be like, I don't get that shit. So anyway. All right. The New Orleans Pelicans.
Nobody.
No one.
No, nobody.
Yeah, I'm gonna say nobody. I think all of them need to be traded.
The Memphis Grizzlies. I was gonna say Steven Adams.
Oh, damn.
Ja
Man,
Morant,
Ja,
bro.
yeah, leave Ja alone, man.
Just Ja.
Darren.
Ja, Triple J, and Desmond Bain, all 3 untouchable.
Yeah, it doesn't. I forgot about it. The Houston Rockets.
Sangoon.
I ain't gonna lie.
Dylan.
Nobody.
Dylan.
Untouchable.
I'm hearing conversations.
I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
not trying to trade them, but nobody's untouchable.
Maybe just because y'all signed or they just signed him, he's untouchable. But
Nah, I didn't.
Untouchable? Yeah, nah. Anybody can go. Now, do I want to trade him? No.
I would Jabari as well too. But go ahead.
I'm about to say Jalen Green. No, not Jalen Green. As of right now, with how they're looking, I would take Jalen Green off the list. He was there, but I'll take him off the list. Sengun, Jabari, Cam Whitmore. I want to say Tari. I really want to say Tari Eason, but I'm not going to say Tari. And I want to say Amin, but I'm not going to say Amin. So right now, Sengun, Cam Whitmore, Jabari.
Okay. The Dallas Mavericks. You know.
Hey, I'll say this, man, just to be controversial a little bit. There's only one name, but you know who it is. Stop.
Luka, Derek Lively.
Oh,
Just
low key. That's probably going to be like the worst player I say. Yeah, actually, Derek Lively.
Derek Lively.
Not so much.
Sacramento, Sabonis and Fox.
Sabonis and Fox.
I'd just say just Fox. If there's a world where if it's not working, I can see them saying, all right, Sabonis back up. Well, definitely not Fox.
Yeah, Sabonis and Fox. I'm good off Murray.
Oh wow. Phoenix. Devin Booker.
Nobody.
Thank you, Damo. I was gonna say, I mean, if it don't work with KD, Bill, and D Book, it sound like you want to blow that bitch up.
Yeah, nobody. I ain't gonna lie. Damn.
The Lakers.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh wow. Damn. Okay. The Clippers.
I like Austin Reeves. Eat my dick.
How old is Reeves? 25?
23 to 25 in that range.
Not good enough. He's another fist bumper. They're calling him
nobody. Because if Bron not good and AD not good, if AD by himself, Bron not good, Reeves ain't staying. Yeah, so.
Nah, that ass thing. If right now they talking about LeBron filling the trade market, so if we trade LeBron, we gotta trade AD. At that point, the package we get back is gonna be nothing but picks and development. Let AR stay there. Right? We don't need to trade nobody.
Adama wants something, bro.
We getting 2 whole rosters for those players. We don't need to trade AR at that point.
We get type shit.
The Clippers.
Nobody. Yeah, by default, nobody. Everybody's literally
really. Yep.
Low key, if we're talking about situational shit now, I think like the big 4, they're not trading them away. Fuck that. Right now.
But like
after this year, them niggas are all on the market of Kawhi. They are all on the whim of Kawhi. If Kawhi stays, they're good. The moment Kawhi is like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. They're all gone.
This shit is in peacetime. I'm telling you, this franchise, they're gonna make the postseason. 2 of the 4 are gonna play like shit. One's gonna play really good. One's gonna play average and choke in the last game. When that happens, oh yeah, everybody but the person that was good the entire time, low key pack the fuck up. Unless the person that was good the entire time is not named Kawhi Leonard, then he's safe too. So
So it just depends on where the franchise is trying to go.
Kawhi's untouchable. Everybody else, hell no.
So ultimately, it just depends on what the franchise is trying to go in, right? That's
honestly,
this is a conversation.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
Let me keep going. Let's speed up a little bit. The Warriors.
Curry.
Nobody.
Oh wow.
You trade
they blow
Curry,
it up. I don't think anyone should be untouchable.
Your fans is unruly as fuck. Man.
Oh yeah. You keep Steph no matter what, and unless he comes
that's that 90 shit, man.
If Curry want to leave, Curry can leave. I'm not gonna hold Curry in Golden State. Curry want to leave, he can leave, but if Curry wants to stay, I ain't trading Steph Curry.
Fuck you. The Utah Jazz. No, nobody.
Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George. Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George.
They trying to touch that boy now.
Those would be the 3 untouchables. I would say Colin Sexton, but nah, you got to come off with somebody. So yeah, Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George.
Come off with somebody that one wasn't the pause.
Fair enough.
They're touching that boy now is the pause. I'm sorry.
I mean, we've all disagreed the whole time, but I think the Utah is like the main team that probably should pull a trigger and make a trade. I don't know.
The Trailblazers, Anthony Simons.
Nobody.
Scoop.
Yeah, unless you were to go because you just got him. Nobody. But Scoop be the only debate.
The Thunder.
SGA,
Chet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's probably my first trio. Yeah, all 3.
I'm about to say just those 3. SGA, Chet, J-Dub. Everybody else.
The Timberwolves.
Ant.
That's it.
No, and McDaniels.
J-Mac.
And
I say him and
McDaniels.
J-Mac.
And
Him
McDaniels.
and J-Mac. I'm not trading J-Mac.
That's a
The
fantastic
Denver
rotation.
Nuggets,
Jokic, Jamal.
Jamal,
Jokic, Jamal, and Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jokic.
I'll give you that.
That's
I
it.
think
Jokic.
it depends on their direction, but if you think you can, I think they would have a hard time finding another Aaron Gordon, to be honest with you.
And I think they have been even as great as other point guards in the league are. I think a person playing specifically like Jamal Murray, we're not giving him credit for how well he's exeking that role. So I think that's gonna be hard to find.
Reggie
Dixon and
Jackson.
MPJ. He's
Playing like
touchable.
Jamal Murray.
Stop, no, because I let a game stop.
Reggie Jackson, any given night, is playing like Jamal Murray. When Jamal Murray don't play.
I'm like, oh,
And mind you, that's why it's just I don't think they can find an Aaron Gordon.
it's
So,
Mike Malone. Let me find out.
nigga said
MPJ? No.
today.
Nah,
I don't think
They could just find
Chucker?
another MPJ.
You can find a chucker. Yes, you can find a chucker.
yes, wait, yeah.
Efficiently though, I don't
not
know.
not
Yeah.
exactly
Another
like
chucker.
not exactly like MPJ, but depending on the offer, if
And he's
your
a good
team
defender too.
if your team
I'm about
is
to
ever
say-
lacking depth or some other shit, I don't think MPJ's untouchable.
I would say they would struggle to find a guy who rebounds at that rate and hits shots at
Yeah.
6'11", playing small forward. Yes, finding that exact prototype is going to be hard. Replacing a nigga to shoot the ball next to Jokic and Jamal Murray is not impossible. It's going to be hard to find another MPJ. You can find a shooter.
You ignoring the Aaron Gordon one. Why you not?
I agree on Aaron Gordon.
No, what you call it? I mean, I don't agree that he's untouchable, but I do think that would be a hard thing to replace. And I feel like even if you're not untouchable, it's still could be some guys that is just like super hard to trade or to replace. I think Aaron Gordon is way harder to replace than fucking MPJ.
This one came fast. The Wizards.
No.
no,
Bilal, I would say
Bilal.
Bilal is untouchable. That's
nobody.
it.
Nobody. If you trade Bilal, if you got pick 2 in this year's draft, you think number 1's him, pack Bilal the fuck up. Do what you gotta do.
You better not trade no goddamn Bilal for a chance to fuck up the number 2 pick. Please don't. Don't do it, Washington. Don't do it.
I'm not dead ass. Before y'all start, I'm fucking around.
Do not do that.
Fucking
Still
around.
fuck around and fuck around.
Yeah, I don't take that franchise seriously, bro. I'm sorry.
You fuck around draft D'Angelo Ball, man. Like
I'm saying.
I
I don't
know.
care about them niggas, bro.
The Magic.
Paolo,
Franz.
Franz. At this point, shit, Jalen Suggs is looking like, hey, you can't replace me.
Depending on contract Suggs, but Paolo.
Oh, and Anthony Black too. Anthony Black.
That's because you like that guy, Damo. You gotta
He's
stop.
a phenomenal guard defender. So goddamn right. I don't know what you.
Would y'all
Just say
have
you
said
don't
Marcus
watch
Smart was
Magic
untouchable last year?
No,
I never would say Marcus Smart was ever untouchable in his career.
but I have a bias against Boston, so I don't think none of them is untouchable.
Even when Marcus Smart was hitting at like 38 from 3, I thought that was actually the time for y'all to trade him because that was an anomaly. Y'all should have known no way in hell he's going to
All
sustain
right,
that.
but okay. Boston biases had like Alex Caruso for the Lakers back then. Should he have been untouchable?
Yes, he should have.
Yeah.
You said Boston bias aside, then ask another team if they have a bias.
No, I'm saying like okay, if you're biased against Boston,
But they
let's-
couldn't
let's do
have a
another.
bias for the Lakers. They couldn't.
Well, no. I'll say this.
I don't think.
Even though
God, bro, Jesus
even with the
Christ.
Boston
Think of
bias, like,
another
throw the
one.
Boston bias away. No, throw the Boston bias away. I still think y'all should have traded him. I don't think y'all should have had any player. And I'm trying to think, was Al Horford there when y'all had IT?
Yeah.
Yeah, first year.
No one should be there from the IT era. I will say that. In this regime now, no one should be there from the IT era. I think y'all should have traded all of them.
I think given y'all circumstance, it's not about caliber players or whatever. Like with Lakers, Caruso, none of that. With you guys, what you guys had, especially in draft pick compensation, no, Marcus Smart should have not have been a deterrent for many superstars that you guys could have had to pair along with young talent as well. You guys were like trying to have your cake and eat it too, whatever the fuck the saying is. And nah, it was pretty fucking stupid considering the names were like Marcus Smart, Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown at early points in his career. It was like, bro, just make the fucking trade and get Kawhi or AD or something.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking is just because when it comes to this conversation, I've always associated with just like I don't know, the Wembys of the world. Like, why the fuck would you trade this young star, this young asset that has a chance to be a superstar, or the superstars right now? So like the Jokic's of the world. Why the fuck would you trade Jokic, Embiid, Giannis? So now that we're having these conversations and we're bringing up, I don't know, Aaron Gordon, It's just shocking to me. It's just shocking to me, but it makes sense.
There's a limited amount of role players where they're already in a situation where if you lose that role player, what they do specifically for your team, you ain't the same team anymore. Timberwolves without Jaden McDaniels, you suddenly lose the allure of being arguably the best defense in basketball, and at that point, good luck. Same thing with the Nuggets. You take out Aaron Gordon. In that situation, fuck Jamal Murray. You take out Aaron Gordon in that situation, a lot of shit's about to get exposed. No.
I will say it depends on who you replace them with, because looking at the Celtics, even though they're losing to a LeBron and AD-less Lakers, replacing Marcus Smart,
y'all playing better without
replacing Marcus Smart with Derek White. Well, not Derek White. I think Derek White was there with Marcus Smart, but with Drew Holiday, I think that's a good replacement. Like, that's a guy that's gonna fill the hole that Marcus Smart left in a way. What?
Never. We never really even established this. To me, an untouchable player, if we are in a winning mode or win now mode or whatever the case may be, I need to know, one, can you play on a championship team? And that's past experience, and just do I evaluate, can you be on that floor in the fourth quarter? So if you're a guy that can't hit free throws or whatever, if you're offensively inept, you're probably out of here, no matter how good you are defensively. Unless you're just, and then how easy is it to replace you comes into play. But then, what's it called? If we're losing, essentially, what's our timeline like? If you're a player and I assess you in your timeline versus our timeline is like two different timelines, then that's when you become touchable. But if you are a player who's still good, but you're on our timeline, then you can stay untouchable. Let's keep going fast. Miami Heat.
Bam.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm about to
Jimmy,
say Bam.
For culture shit alone, I say Jimmy and Bam. But realistically, just Bam.
Too soon to give up on Jaime. I'll put Jaime on there.
Charlotte.
LaMelo.
Nobody.
I would say realistically, you would say LaMelo, but because that shitty ass franchise ain't doing nothing with him, I would say nobody.
Atlanta.
Should be Trey, but at this point, free that man.
Hey, retweet.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Giannis.
I guess Dame because of scenario.
Nah, fuck Dame. I would say Giannis, and because of culture, Bobby Portis. But fuck Bobby Portis still. Yeah.
Indiana.
Tyrese all day.
Obi Toppin.
At this point, Reese, Siakam, Benedict Mathurin, and until my boy gets a chance, I'm saying Jarris Walker because I know the nigga's a dog.
Yeah,
I could hear Siakam because you kind of like put all your eggs in that basket. So for now,
Detroit.
Cade Durant, a sore. That's it. Everybody else can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I get cooked if I'm hypocritical. I don't think anybody, maybe a sir. Them niggas trolls, bro. Them niggas are trolls, bro. It's not that I don't think Cade is like an untouchable talent. It's not that I don't think a sir is like literally the role player of the future. If not, God forbid he can score. It's, man, these niggas don't know what they doing. At that point, they need someone so good they can't fuck up, like on some Lucas shit. I ain't gonna lie.
This nigga AK said Thanasis for the buck.
Technically,
Cleveland.
No one.
Yeah, actually,
I'm not
Evan
Evan Mobley believer. So
I'm about to say, I would say for Cleveland, Evan Mobley. Honestly, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Jared Allen. Get D Mitch the fuck out of there.
I think if you like offensive upside in Evan Mobley, him outside of that, nobody.
Oh, and Amani Bates. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That nigga's a killer. I ain't gonna hold you. Amani Bates is
damn, you have 5 untouchables on the Cavs.
He's on the well, no, that'd be 4. Amani makes 4. Only name 3.
DG, Mobley, Allen,
and that was it.
Got rid of D. Okay, 4. You're right.
Yeah. So then Amani makes 4. When he gets a chance and gets a solid roster spot, y'all will see why.
This is glazing. He's not even on the team.
Nigga, yes, he is on the team. He's still technically on their roster. He's made G League affiliate now, but he's technically on their roster. Is he not?
Jordan Walsh. Shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, brother. Okay. Chicago. Nobody.
Hell no.
Nobody.
Man.
Toronto.
Kobe White.
Nah.
Toronto.
Okay.
Toronto.
Scotty.
I think their
Scotty.
learning the answer was
Honestly,
nobody.
Scotty,
maybe only
Emmanuel
Scotty.
quickly.
I'm just saying
Emmanuel
Scotty.
quickly.
They learned that their answer should have been nobody, and they're paying for them sins, even though they're getting good trades off.
Toronto. Oh, I said Toronto. Philadelphia.
Embiid, Maxi.
Embiid. I'm not even going to do that.
I'll do
Maxey?
Maxi. Compliment team.
Embiid, Maxi, Mo Bamba.
It depends what the fuck. I wouldn't say Maxi's untouchable because you can get a lot for him. So you can revamp the team.
Oh my god.
What? If you asking me, I'm gonna give you an answer.
Mo Bamba?
Mo Bamba. What are we talking about? Mo
He's
Bamba.
just talking.
I didn't even hear you say Mo Bamba.
Last three, and I'm gonna say them out of order, but the New York Knicks.
Brunson for culture. I'm sorry.
The Villanova core. So Brunson, DiVincenzo, and Josh Hart. Everybody else?
This nigga.
Culture alone.
Brunson, Randall, OG.
Only OG. My fault. And OG.
Yeah, Brunson, OG. That's it.
I did forget about OG.
The Boston Celtics.
Jason Tatum and Porzingis. Everybody else can get the fuck on.
I
And Derek White. My fault. And Derek White.
You better
Because
than
of the
me.
chemistry shit, that whole starting six is untouchable. No cap. Talking about situations. Yeah. Don't
I
touch
ain't gonna
that
lie, just Tatum. If y'all don't win this game,
shit. From a talent perspective, that's what I'm gonna say. It's just Tatum.
Yeah.
That really should be untouchable in a vacuum, but we're not in the vacuum. So
Last but not least, I brought this team up last because breaking news 12 minutes ago, the Brooklyn Nets rejected an offer of 2 first-rounders for Dorian Finney-Smith.
DFS is added to that list.
wow. I thought that'd be like what?
Wait, 2 first rounders from who though?
It doesn't tell us all that.
See, they gotta add more context. What years were the first rounders, and who do they belong to? Because if you're telling me they rejected 2 late first round picks for Dennis Finney-Smith, Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm thinking Dennis Smith Jr. Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm not necessarily mad at that. Like, it depends what value the picks were. Not all first round picks are weighed equally.
That's true. I don't know. DFS, that's like perfect value for him. I think that's like the fairest thing possible. But maybe they think they can do better, I guess.
Yeah, until you find out them shits are protected, they're lottery protected picks. And you're just like, oh, okay, what the fuck?
I don't give a fuck. But okay. What's it called? So on the Brooklyn Nets, who's untouchable?
Being so serious, just Macau, but not too long. You keep fucking around.
Nobody.
Macau and Cam Thomas. That's it.
A source told the Post the Nets rejected an offer of 2 first-rounders for Finney-Smith, reportedly coveted by not just the Lakers, but also by the Mavericks, Bucks, Thunder, Kings, and Suns. So potentially one of those teams. Yeah.
Wait, side note, are those LeBron trade rumors like real? Or am I getting boss at?
Apparently the source of the guy that said him, that nigga has been spot on with like all the other like shit he's talked about. Like I seen a bunch of other posts that he talked about, and them shits were spot on. So I wouldn't be surprised, especially how shit's going now, and especially with this mass. Oh damn, he missed. Never mind. Yeah.
LeBron to Golden State.
Please stop.
Thank you. No further narration. Just stop.
Come on, man.
Why is D'Lo
Where would
Party
y'all want
posting?
him to go? Where would y'all want him to go? Like,
If I had to trade LeBron James, I want him to go to where the team will give me picks. I'm biased. I can't. Do
I'm about
that
to say,
shit.
yeah.
I don't want to envision that shit. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. L Sage lage me the fuck up.
Clippers.
I'm not participating. Whoever gives me the most draft picks,
Clippers.
whoever
I don't
gives
give a
me the
fuck
most
what
draft
they're
picks
giving
and
us.
the young talent. And, oh wait,
I don't
no.
give a fuck what
Fuck-
they're giving us.
Fuck
Not
the Clippers. Fuck the Spurs. Clippers,
Nah,
Spurs,
I'll
you
take-
ain't getting nothing.
Whoa.
Spurs ain't getting nothing,
Not too
bro.
much doing
It's
shit.
off
Fuck
principle.
that.
Off of principle.
Hey, Devin
Brunson
Vassell,
is
Devin
nuts.
Vassell.
LeBron
Devin
back
Vassell.
to Miami?
Let me get them picks. Let me get them picks, San Antonio, please.
This is crazy.
Devin Vassell, Sage.
Stop.
Honestly, whatever team, I would say whatever teams have like the most picks, send them. Oh, OKC. Send that nigga to OKC. Go play with them young
Yes,
niggas.
no.
What the fuck ass? Yes, the niggas have 17 picks.
There ain't no future, past, or present pick on that franchise gonna be
They have
good.
to make salaries match. They wouldn't do that.
Swaps and shit. Yeah, that
First of
point,
all,
how
first
they
of all,
gonna
first
do
of
that?
all,
I trade J
because
Dub.
first of all, they have the most money on their books as of right now. So no, they don't have to make the salaries match. They can take on LeBron's salary. So you just gotta throw a play. It could be whatever fuck player. Give me all the picks you can. They don't have to make the salary. They don't have to come up with $40 million a match.
It has
That
to.
would ruin the game of basketball.
It has to come in. It doesn't have to come in a percentage of the nigga's salary.
If you don't have the money, yes. If you're under the books and you have to make a match,
No,
or come
you
in a
can't.
percentage.
If I'm not mistaken, and I may be wrong, you can't trade LeBron.
I'm telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you you're wrong. Look it up. You're wrong.
Let me see Bron and KD team up, man.
If you
I need
have the
it.
money, you can take on the contract, and it doesn't have to match going back. You just have to give up a player if you don't have a certain amount of players. I want to say, or you have to give up a player depending on roster spots. But no, if they have the money, on their books, which they do, they can take on LeBron's contract and give a nigga Osme Dang in his $5 million contract and 17 picks theoretically, and it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not many teams that got the money to do that. OKC is one. I don't think they're the only one, but they are one of the very few with no real money on their books right now because all their players are on rookie deals outside of Shea.
SGA and Bertans. Is he still there?
I think. Oh yeah, and Davis. Yeah, but he's making like 17.
Bron in New York might be fun, bro.
Yeah. Damo, all of that sound good. I'm not breaking the NBA. They can go fuck themselves. I'm not giving them niggas 6 rings. Fuck them. That's the only reason. I want to trade somebody to where, like, yeah, you don't win, and I get a good pick. I have to feel prideful about what I do. LeBron with SJ, Chet, and J-Dub, they just don't stop winning games. They just like literally potentially 5 straight.
Would y'all take OG and some picks for LeBron?
Because even when Bron tail falls off, at that point, they're
some
really
picks?
good.
No, I need all the picks.
Why do you think they have room? I'm looking at it right now. They don't have room.
Yeah,
They would have to send Bertans and Dort, I'd say. Bertans
what
and
is their
Dort.
salary at right now?
Nah.
Their salary. Do they not have room?
Bron to the Warriors, man. That's my pick.
They got one.
Wait, so what team has room then? If it's not them, then who has room? Detroit. Oh Lord. And they don't even have that much room.
All right, hey, Domo, we send Bron to Detroit.
Okay, so I was capping about the team, but I'm not capping about the actual rule. If you do have space, you can do that. I thought they could do it. I thought they were one of the teams that had room. My bad.
Yeah. I can say they can try to make a trade without what's his name, J-Dub, SGA, or what other bro in there, but I'm not accepting that shit.
Nah, you gotta come up off of honestly, a pick, 2 picks, no, 3 picks, 4 picks, 7 picks, J-Dub.
There you go.
And no. Realistically, because DeJounte was 4 picks, so 6 to 5 picks, all in the first round, maybe 1 protection. I would say J-Dub, Bertans, and give me Case and Wallace, and then I'd be like, hey man, send that nigga LeBron on his way. He don't want to be here.
There is another. No, we don't care about that. I've been having a conversation on Twitter, and I think that this is like, I can make it NBA related because it'll make some sense to the NBA people. There's a conversation. College basketball is like different too. So I just want to preface this by saying that there's a conversation about Caitlin Clark can't be the greatest because she doesn't have a title. She doesn't have a title. She physically cannot be the greatest because she does not have a title. So I want to know, does hardware really matter that much in the GOAT conversation to you guys? Does the team accomplishment matter that much? Is there a threshold for this? Like, is there at some point where you're like, all right, they don't get the title, they don't get the MVP or whatever the case may be, they don't get all that, but that doesn't matter anymore?
I feel like the smart answer is low-key yes. Low-key no, that it doesn't matter. But in actuality, it does, man. Like, we're not about to put LeBron in GOAT conversations if he never won a ring. Or really anyone in the GOAT conversation if no one has a ring. So
I'm gonna just say it depends on the field of people being that you're being compared to. In this instance, we're talking about women's college basketball. So I would just ask, who are the consensus GOATs in women's college basketball? If all of them have more than one national championship, I would say yes. But if you're talking about women who have, this one had one out of her 3 years there, she was one and done and got one, this one might have had one, but you have Caitlin Clark demolishing their records in terms of statistical categories. Caitlin Clark is clearly clearing these women. I think she has a seat at the table. But if you're talking about, and I'm just saying random names, but like a Cheryl Miller or whatever in college, and Cheryl got 3 chips, and everybody else got 2-3 chips in college, it's like, yeah, gang, them championships, they do matter in terms of the GOAT conversation.
All of them
Before Sage goes, I just want to add, my answer might be different because it's college, because most of the careers is maxed out at 4 years, as opposed to the NBA where you have unlimited amount of years in your career. So
all of them have 2, at least, if I'm not mistaken.
So to me, she would at least need 1.
Continues to light up not only the college basketball world, but like the sports world in general. She's leading the NCAA, averaging 32 points per game. She's inching up on Kelsey Plum's all-time NCAA record for most points. She's about 180 points shy of it. So judging by her pace, she'll reach it by the end of this weekend. But in your mind, what does she have to do to cement her legacy as the best women's college basketball player of all time, or has she already done it?
This is such a tough question because to me, is she the most exciting women's college basketball player of all time? Yes. She sells tickets. She sells out arenas. She had 10 million people watching the national title game. LSU also played a role in that. Don't get me wrong. So she is the most exciting player I think we've ever seen. Is she the best? It's so hard in basketball because you compare her to Brittany Griner. That's a perfect example. They play such different positions, and Griner was dominant inside, could do different things for you defensively. I think what stands out to me about Clark, her scoring, yes, but she also is closing in on 1,000 career assists, also near the mark in 1,000 career rebounds. She does so much more than just score. She takes a lot of shots, but her team needs her to take those shots. She's not just doing it because if she had won the national title last year, I think it would have helped a lot when you go to the greatest of all time conversation. Her career isn't over yet, so I'm not willing to answer the question yet, Sammy.
That's honestly, that's what the women need. Yeah, that bitch ain't good. Well, Cheryl Swoops kind of did that, but yeah, that bitch ain't good. But so, do you need the hardware?
In terms of the NBA, not gonna lie, a little bit. Yeah, 0 is crazy. Other people have too many rings for fucking 0. Now, college, I'm not gonna lie. No, I don't. I ain't gonna lie. College, I'm all for. We could eye test it the fuck up if need be. College, who was the best player in college? I don't really care about, but so many accolades. Now, obviously, if we have one person that I stayed 4 years, I won every single year, and he has numbers to back it up, then I guess, all right, my fault, Jordan. But like all these 1-2 ring sample size, no, that literally depends on recruitment, programming, and sometimes coaching. No, bro, no, hell no, not college. College, I'm literally going for the boat is the GOAT in college to me.
Yeah, I think that's where like I stand, because college is about programs, building programs,
100%.
and depending on when people went to college and stuff like that, like there were 2 dominant programs, a dominant program, at a time. You think I really care about? I know this is gonna sound crazy. I don't care about Kareem in college. Kareem should not be the GOAT in college basketball because he went to UCLA and ran off 3 straight. They were the only team at the time. Like, you think come on now. Do you really think I care about that specific thing? I'm looking up the UCLA teams of the 60s, the late 60s or whatever, the mid 60s. This dude is legitimately on a team. How many games did they go? Dang, I'm 30-0, 29-1, and then go 29-1 the next year. And they are blowing teams out. There's no competition. It's literally nobody there. He is the dynasty. There's 3 NBA players on his team his freshman year. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 his sophomore year, and then his junior year. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And not saying he doesn't make that team great, because he does, but come on, dog. Programs are different. And in the professional game, though, I low-key think the same too. All right.
The only thing I say professional, I ain't gonna lie.
But there's a level to it. And I know this is like super unrealistic, but let's just say like somebody came in, James Jameson, and he averaged 65 points, shot 100% from the field, 100% from 3, 100% from the line, averaged 15 boards, 15 rebounds, 15 blocks, played first team got all the accolades, but the team was, I don't know, what's the worst team? The Pistons or something like that.
Right.
And so they never get any better besides him, and they stay with the same people, and they find a way to get to like the finals, or they find a way to get to the conference finals, or whatever the case may be, but they just keep losing. Are we really not gonna say a nigga that's averaging 65 on 100%, from everywhere shooting is not the best player of all time?
Luckily,
you say he's the best. You can't call him the greatest. Those are two different conversations. The best of all time and the greatness has always had winning entailed. Throughout the entirety of competition, and I'm thinking in this case we're talking about a guy in the NBA. Throughout the entirety of the NBA, greatness was synonymous with winning. That's what greatness was. That's why I always say you can talk about a boat conversation, you can talk about a GOAT conversation. There's a lot of players in that boat conversation that aren't in the GOAT conversation because greatness is about hardware. That's what greatness is. It's plain and simple. You can talk about best. Caitlin Clark could be the best female college hooper you ever seen, or one of the best female college hoopers. But if she finishes with no natties and everyone else in that conversation, narrative based, whatever it is, got 2 natties, you're not in the great conversation. You're not in the GOAT convo. You're not in the greatness section of this. You're in the best section of it. You're still gonna make the Hall of Fame. You'll still be looked at as a great player. You're just not one of the greatest. You're not in this conversation. Winning has something to do with that.
I would say in regards to the NBA, because I still stand with the college take, but in regards to the NBA, I would say, I ain't gonna lie, usually that means that 100% motherfucker would turn into like a 50% in the playoffs, man. Usually in the NBA, them players just have a drop off. Now, if we're making a scenario where they don't have a drop off, then he's a fucking glitch in the matrix. And at that point, I might consider that nigga to go. Because if he's just averaging 65 in the postseason and never missed a shot, and he lost the game, what did he do? Get scared? There got to be some context as to how he somehow lost this game, right? But in regards to majority of NBA history, because obviously we're talking extremes, what it often leads to is X guy that's able to do certain things all regular season long and even earlier rounds in postseason. When he faces that team or is in that situation, he always fucking folds. So yeah, for greatness, I do think the NBA, you have more than enough time. You have, especially in today's game, you have more than enough freedom. Even I know there's constrictions, but you still got an opportunity to leave. I think, yeah, if you don't get it done, I probably can't ever put you in a GOAT combo. But college, what the fuck? It's programming. I ain't even going.
I don't know. It's just the way even people choose college teams and like the lack of player movement as opposed to the NBA, even like through trades, through free agency, like shit like that. When it comes to team building, it's like to hold someone away from that GOAT conversation just because they're not winning. Compared to the NBA, I just think it's less fair.
Yeah,
maybe I'm tripping on it though.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That statement you just had will hold so true in yesteryear. Now with the transfer pool, if a nigga decides to stay in college for his college career, you dictate where you go. You can go form a team wherever you want to go. Case in point, and he's not a guy that's seen in the GOAT conversation, Grant Nelson. I don't know if anybody knows about Grant Nelson. Grant Nelson was a guy who was playing at North Dakota State last year. Literally, no one gave a fuck about North Dakota State, but Grant Nelson was putting up numbers, putting up good numbers, had good skill. His draft projection got him in the second round. That nigga said, fuck that. We're gonna, buy North Dakota State. And he's where? Alabama, Arkansas. He's somewhere else. He went to a different D1 school, went somewhere else to better showcase his talents to improve his draft stock. If players want to stay in college, they can easily go somewhere for 1 year, ball the fuck out, and at the end of their freshman year, be like, all right, bet, Duke, where you at? Carolina, where you at? Program building a super team, where you at? Because I do want to win and improve my college resume as a basketball player. And they can dictate that the same way players can. You might not be able to get traded, but midway through the season, you can get on the phone with whatever coach from whatever program and be like, look, coach, I really do want to come here. In the transfer portal, you're there and you're playing your next season. Compared to yesteryear, where if you transferred, I want to say, maybe this is just football, but yesteryear, if you transfer, you had to sit a year. You had to miss a year. got to give up a year eligibility if you transfer it. So that was the deterrent for players if they were trying to make it to switch.
But
that's a relatively new thing. But when, like that thing that you're talking about, when did that start? And when did Caitlyn start?
Because
I think Caitlin's a senior.
I say this is relatively like 2-3 years ago.
Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. And mind you, I think the difference is too, when we have that conversation, what's it called? When we have that conversation about it, especially in like even the women's and the men's sports, I'm looking at the people that they brought up. These people are people at dynasties. Like this is Cheryl Miller at USC at the time that was like a dynasty that had JaVale McGee's mom and aunt on that team and just some other great players. This is UConn when UConn was going like.
I remember those years, man.
It was like the Alabama. That was like
UConn
the
ain't
basketball,
lose, man.
Yeah, 89-0. So if you just hopped on this team, you won rings. This is Maya Moore, UConn again, a part of this. If you just hop on this team, you win rings. This is Tennessee, who this was right before UConn, where if you hopped on Tennessee, you just won rings. So like, I think that this coming from the yesteryear of it, and college basketball had that at some point too. In the 50s it was Kentucky, in the 60s it was UCLA, in the 70s it was I don't know North Carolina or something like that. Like there was a point in time where you could just hop on these really like historic dynasty teams and just win out. I think it's crazy to hold somebody to that because they wanted to play closer to home, and they're
But that's what I mean. That's her fault. That's what you sacrifice when you want to stay and play for home and be great. Now, if these players were just on these teams to be on these teams and they play like mid, then I don't think there'd be any conversations. But we're talking about players who played great, who were at the top of their game at these dominant programs and helped these programs be dominant. These players were a part of why they were dominant. I'm not saying I understand why you would see this unfair for Caitlyn, but at the end of the day, I mean, nigga, you went to Iowa. You know what you was getting yourself into after your second year in Iowa ain't bringing no real recruits in to help bolster that unit. By your sophomore year, you knew what the writing was on the wall with what Iowa was. It's you, my nigga. Like, I don't know much about Iowa. Maybe somebody else came out of Iowa and I just don't know. But for the most part, I didn't know about Iowa until Caitlyn Clark. And you took that challenge. Now you are taking it upon yourself to put Iowa in relevancy and getting them in this position and making the best of it for you. But sadly, I mean, we've said this in basketball. We said this when it comes to NBA basketball conversations. Every conversation ain't for every person. And if you sacrifice going to a top program to get the narratives, to get the hardware, to get everything that comes with it, you sacrifice the narrative. That's what you sacrifice. The media narratives. It comes with the game. Everybody's not for every conversation. I'm pretty sure she still has a legacy. She's still going to be a Hall of Famer. Caitlyn Clark could not make it in the WNBA, and she's still going to be a Hall of Famer. Hands down. You're still going to be a Hall of Famer in basketball. You're still going to be recognized. Your career will be preserved in the history of basketball. You're just not going to be one of the people in the greatest women college basketball, the GOAT conversation. That's just the one conversation you're not in. Sorry, Kevin Durant.
I wanna ask Omar this because he does watch the most women's basketball out of all of us. Do you feel like there's been a progression? Huh?
I'm sorry, I was talking about Omar turning to an X-Man. My fault. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you feel like women's basketball has gotten better over the last decade? And if so, has it gotten better enough to have like essentially a weak air attacks on a Breonna Stewart, a Maya Moore, a Cheryl Miller?
Oh, definitely. Especially if you creep it back.
Dummy question.
That was a good question.
Yeah. I think, and I think the same thing exists, and college basketball will like benefit from it as well. College sports will benefit from it as well. There's parity. There is no longer. I'm trying to think of like a historic player who was benched in college. Hell, I think MJ was benched his first year, if I'm not mistaken. MJ came off the bench his first year. But there's no longer hey, I have the recruiting edge. I can offer you more because I'm Alabama at this current time. Hey, I can offer you more because I'm Duke with Coach K. Hey, I can offer you more because I'm Dean Smith or Roy Williams at a UNC right now. So I can just offer you more. There's no more of that. there is a more level playing field at these schools. So that's why you see random teams. They might appear to be random teams, but like in the college football playoff, for those that are familiar, like this year it was Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Alabama. And Michigan, Washington, and Texas haven't been good for Washington hasn't been good for forever. Michigan ain't been good since like really like the 90s. We're talking about title contention. I'm probably skipping a year in the 2000s. And then the same
been good since Vince Young.
And that was 2006. For real, they haven't been good since.
Colt McCoy, my fault, or Colt McCoy.
Nah, if niggas say Colt McCoy, they can either. Well, but okay, cool. They haven't been so good since Colt McCoy. But now there's a possibility because these kids aren't down at Georgia, 4, 5, 6, 5-star receivers deep. They're not sitting there anymore, waiting their turn because they have a time limit in college. Now they can say, oh, you know what? This guy was the backup at LSU. He's going to go play for Northwestern. I'm going to go play for Northwestern. A couple other guys are going to go play for Northwestern. And then, boom, all of a sudden, we basically have an SEC caliber team, what people would know as an SEC caliber team, in the Midwest Coast Tech State. And so the same thing with, like, college basketball, especially with these players staying 4 years now. Now, college basketball is a little bit different because people would do one and dones. But just think about the time where, like, hey, man, if you wanted the name to notoriety, is Duke or is UNC? Like, you coming over here, there's these two schools. You're going to UCLA. It's only a couple schools. And they would have 3 NBA caliber point guards, just one waiting on the bench, just waiting their turn for, the starter to say, oh, I'm going to go into the league. And then by that time, they're, already a junior. No longer is that. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to go to Rhode Island University, man. And this other person, he's fed up too. Hey, let's go to Rhode Island. And by the time we get there, okay, this is an ACC caliber school. So I think that that's what makes it, better than back then. Back then, it was definitely a weak air attack. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry to say it was a weaker era because, I don't know, 10
I'm saying, Cheryl Miller is George Mikan.
Nah, he making sense on the football kid. I don't know college basketball, but football, oh my God, Alabama's like the Mickeyest shit of all time. I ain't gonna lie.
In theory, it's the same thing because Alabama, I can look up an Alabama year where they had like Derrick Henry, Trent Richardson.
Boy.
They had like 6 or 7.
And Mark Ingram.
Them niggas, 5, the whole O-line in the draft, it's fucking ridiculous.
I don't know how Mickey Alabama shit is. You can find the clip of Derrick Henry sitting on Bussin' with the Boys. And all they asked him was, how many did you get when you was at Bama? Oh, I only got 2. My class, we only got 2. That's how Mickey the shit was. They wouldn't know what year you were. They wouldn't know what your teams were based off how many rings you had. So the fact that Derrick Henry only had 2, he was like, oh, so you were the 14th class, right? Okay, so bad. Y'all had laundry list of all NFL players, all pro players. These guys, oh, y'all didn't win this year and that year, but yeah, y'all won these years. Oh, you should have been there 3 years earlier when them niggas had 4 in a row. Like, shit's Mickey.
And I got just a quick Google search of it. These are 5 in the last 5 years. These are the high-end running backs Alabama has produced. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NFL running backs. And when I say they're like, maybe this guy and this guy are like a year off, but at any given time, 3 to 4 of them are all on the same team, splitting carries. So it's just not like that anymore. And that's what makes it. That's what gives more parity to the college game, because how those 5 guys were waiting in today's day, maybe 2 of them are staying in Alabama. And honestly, that would be, but all these guys might have been 5 stars in high school. All 5 of them are saying, I'm not going to Alabama. I'm going to go to Colorado with Deion. I'm going to go to Michigan. I'm going to go to Ohio State. And these were schools that would get some of these people too. But then there's another guy, I'm going to go to Northwestern Tech and just get all the touches in the world. I'm just going to get all the touches.
All the touches, the NIL deals.
Yeah, so.
LSU, another one with them damn wideouts. My God, man. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I'm about to say LSU was nasty with that shit too. I'm glad there's a lot more parity in football. I'm glad basketball is starting. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to act like I'm just hip to all college basketball now. I only tune in during March.
College basketball is fucking ass. I don't know what's going on, but it's
Oh man, damn.
I just don't know. I don't know
It's
what's going on.
outdated. Every time I watch it, it just seems outdated. They need a rehaul on college sports in general.
But it's just it's the super team argument. Bezos like they claim Michael Jordan's era is better because of this, and there could be some truth to it. And the difference is everybody can play on the court at the same time. So if a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward, and a power forward and a center get together, that's fine. But in college basketball, it would literally be like if the top 4 small forwards in the league, if Kawhi, LeBron, I'm just naming them, Kawhi, LeBron, KD, and I don't know, Paul George, were like, you know what? We're going to go play for the Pacers.
I mean, that's the argument right there. It's the argument right there, man. There's some reason why, you know, some people have KD over Bill Russell or some shit. I don't know. You guys era.
Well, yeah, no, and I'm not gonna say that's stupid. That they are, you know, they couldn't be right about that. If the Celtics got every anyway. That's all I got, man. Y'all got anything? Pressing
2-hour pod. It was a short one, huh?
Oh, y'all got nothing?
We had our shenanigans, not too much.
I say, yeah, it wouldn't have been 2 hours if we didn't start like that.
All I'm gonna say is shout out to this one comment. I don't know why I got the noti on my channel. The dude said Goku's not a bad dad. In fact, Chi-Chi's a worse mother. Man, shout out to one of you guys for having a fucking brain. Go ahead, Damo.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Paolo a bitch for getting trained by his mom? No, go ahead.
Oh Lord. Oh, I know who not to ask that question to. Let me stop, man. I did that shit on Twitter. Niggas was like, this is why your ass on at 7:30 now. I'm like, you're right. This is why you splitting chills. All right. No, I just want to like this is why your ass splitting chills.
Hell, man.
What you call? I just wanted to ask just this one quick thing. Came on across my timeline. I want to get your opinions. This right here is a 6'8" 8th grader.
Okay.
And I want y'all to analyze, like, just watch his game. Let me know what you think of his game. I'm about to. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Okay.
I don't know why he had his auntie make his mixtape.
Inside game for sure.
Here we go. At the rim.
I mean, obviously he's a center.
Run the rim. Yeah. Dunking on his head. Yep. It's only in 8th grade.
Okay.
That's your last game. Okay. Here we go. Nice board. Put it up at the rim. Yep.
I thought you were doing boy though.
He a raw talent, man.
So they got him playing as a big. So okay, I mean, he gonna have to like. I mean, he's fucking 8th grade. He gonna have to like eat a lot more because if you gonna have him play as a center this young, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Can he dribble the ball or
the size isn't the problem? And Bezos, that's
no. That's what I'm alluding. That's what I'm alluding to. So essentially, if you're gonna have him,
I've seen a lot of blocks and putbacks, and
if you're gonna have him improve on his big man skills, then. If you're gonna have him improve on his big man skills, then that's fine. But like, let's work on that diet too. But if you're gonna have him essentially be like one of those slinky type builds, but playing as only a big, oh hell no, that's a problem. But like, he got plenty of time. So
now let me just say, my take on that was when I first seen it, I tweeted it out. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, for a 8th grader. Did nothing to impress me during his mixtape. I said his coaches / trainer, so coach and or trainer, is doing him a disservice if this is all this kid is doing at 6'8" in 8th grade. Now, Omar said he thought I was being too critical of him. I don't into what today's youth basketball is and the trend that basketball is going, especially for big men. I don't think I'm being too critical to ask whoever's training this kid. Someone said, "Oh, you don't." Matter of fact, I think was it Zoinks? Talking about, oh, you don't know if you got a trainer. That motherfucker is 6'8" in the goddamn 8th grade with a camera crew following him. Someone's training him. He's not just waking up and going to school and then playing ball for fun.
Yeah.
Someone's training him to do something. He's being trained. He's not out there looking like Joel Embiid when he first played basketball. He's looking a little coordinated. He knows how to fill a lane. Someone is training him to a degree. What? Did no one training him?
To me, he looks like he just started playing basketball.
There's no way he looks like he just started playing. I will say it doesn't look like he's been playing basketball for long.
And that's also what I mean. Not like Joel Embiid, but I'm looking at his shoes even. He ain't been playing basketball.
But that's my thing. I feel like there's a difference, and maybe we can, meet in the middle. But obviously, you could tell he has not been playing ball since he was 5-6 years old. because how his game is. But how coordinated he is, unless this nigga was a dancer or he was a great wide receiver or tight end growing up in Pop Warner, or he just did other athletics, baseball or some shit, and that's how he got his coordination. He looks too coordinated to be somebody who just picked up the game within the last year or two. He's been playing ball at least through all middle school. So since 6th grade, he's been playing basketball at the very least. I just feel at the age of an 8th grade, you're 13, 7th grade, 14, 8th grade. At the age of 14, if you're 6'8" in 8th grade and you have a mixtape on, in 2024, there should be a jump shot. Not a 3. He doesn't need to pull the ball from fucking Curry range. The nigga should at least shoot a jumper. There should be at least a clip of you getting the ball from the rim, going coast to coast, being able to finish, showing some on-ball ability. You should not, at 6'8" in the 8th grade, you should not be out there looking like JaVale McGee. There's no reason why your player comp is JaVale McGee at 6'8" in 8th grade. I feel like the coaches, the trainer is doing this nigga a disservice if they're not teaching him any actual skills outside of traditional big man skills of the fucking 90s. Am I bugging?
Just give him time, man. He's 13.
Yeah. It's hard for me to finally make that deduction because I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, he probably could be a bit better, but yeah, he's fucking 13. I don't really necessarily put too much pressure on it. Again, you never know when he started being dead the fuck ass too. So for all we fucking know, he just started taking the game seriously. But obviously he's fucking 6'8". So hey, it's not hard for him to get a camera crew and shit. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a little bit more time now. If he's playing like this in 2025, 2026, hey, Damo, go ahead, because at that point that's kind of crazy unless he big as shit.
Yeah. Plus the camera thing don't mean nothing to me either. I know you said that too, but trust me, take your cam. This is what you do. Cheat code, man. Take your camera off its tripod. Take it off its mount. Just carry it. Just carry it wherever you go. People start coming up to you. Oh man, you take photos. You take videos. They'll just start offering you work.
Something light.
These kids. I took the camera to my cousin's game. Y'all know my cousin's team. Well, they were trash when she was playing, but they were fucking trash. I bought the camera there. She texted me the next day. Yo, how much do you charge to go, film other people?
Oh my god.
Because 7, 8 of my friends want you to come and film for them. Me, I'm not gonna film nobody, but what schools they go to? They told me this. She told me the schools. I look up their record. Them niggas is 2-40 and 1-80 and come on.
Now, I need to ask. Side tangent. Did your cousin ever go to that workout? How did that workout go? The one with the dude that trains like high skilled people. How did it go?
I think she did bad, but I mean, she did cool. She did okay. He said he's gonna put her on the fundamental side, but boy, there was the 6th grader there, boy. She's a fucking monster.
And that's what this 6'8" nigga should be, a monster. Because that's a 6th grader that he's talking about. And if everyone say, oh, give it 2 years, that's 2 years I gotta wait where there's some 6th grader that's 6'4" that's practicing his fundamental skills. That's my thing. I understand that, hey, maybe he just took the game school. There are some. Is she not in 6th grade?
No. Because when I didn't know she was in 6th grade, but when she was there, like low key, she was stopping the workout. Like it was like, oh, she's cooking. But then maybe like 2-3 days later, he puts on his Instagram, and she's in 6th grade. Me,
but all I'm saying is I get it. Give the kid time, and back on point. Give the kid time. I get that. I'm just saying, all the time he's getting to just figure it out. There's a kid that's 6'5" in the 6th grade who's doing the work. There's a kid who's 6'6" in the 7th grade who has been doing the work since they were 10, 11, and they're more developed. Where his skill set is, it could, again, no way it shouldn't be better. And the camera thing, I get it. Everybody can have a camera. A camera it's been a while since I've been in school, so maybe the game has changed. Let me not say that. I felt like the camera quality made a difference in like how serious niggas was, but then that showed my age. I ain't gonna lie, that showed my age.
All you gotta do is say Sony A6000. They think you a motherfucking photographer.
I'm like, actually, let me not talk like I know what these kids got in their schools with these cameras. because they all might be in 4K.
I'll give you this just so I'm not 100% on one end.
What type of cameras did they have?
They got our cameras.
No, I'm talking about like when no.
Oh, when Dom,
when I was in school, relax.
Wow.
Nah, they had like the little bullshit ass 480p cam like on the stand.
The ones that are handheld type shit.
Handheld with the turning, like that. They put it on the tripod. They just had it in the bleacher, and you just had that one dude just.
Damn.
Yeah, that's when like it's levels to it. Once motherfuckers, at least for me when I was in high school, once niggas had like a high quality camera following them, yo, that nigga's real. He has like you put this bitch at 720, like that he's really like that.
720.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that.
Look at this. It's so clear. It's in 720 HP. Oh, shit.
HP. Playing too much power, bro.
Not too much. Not too much.
The last thing that I because this thing is
I didn't even peep I said HP.
No, that's a Pokemon skin right there.
I have a question for y'all, man. Unless you have a topic, man. Have y'all seen all of this Wilt Chamberlain discourse, bro?
Yes, I'm a part of it. Yes.
Yeah, my boy, I'm a part of it.
For some reason, specifically this week, the Wilt Chamberlain. Well, I get why, because of Lucas 73. The Wilt Chamberlain discourse as to if that footage existed, if that shit ever happened, is so fucking funny to me, bro.
Look,
poll it up, chat. I need a poll in chat, man.
Look. I want hit a quit a TKO. I think aliens are probably real. I think there's fucking space. I think there's some shit going on at the bottom of this ocean. I think that's real. I think the One Piece is real. Wilt's game? Fuck no. Fuck no. So you're telling me the same fan base that will sit there and say, remember DeMarcus Cousins? Remember that with Lance Stevenson? I remember the most nostalgic fucking species on the goddamn planet outside of member berries is literally humans. And these niggas ain't ever been like, oh yeah, remember that time Wilt scored 100? And before y'all go, oh, but Twitter wasn't around. Nigga, they saved the fucking footage on TV. But they ain't saved the footage of TV on goddamn Wilt averaging 100. Fuck out of averaging 100, scoring 100. Fuck out of here, bro. Hell no.
Let me just say, I was skeptical for a long time about if it happened. I knew for 100% without a doubt, fact, it didn't happen. The moment niggas showed me multiple gameplay footage of football from the 20s and 30s, and B, when I seen a clip of Wilt and Bill Russell about to scrap on the court. Now, if you telling me, and that's new, that is not some shit that just, they dropped this shit back in 17, 18. No, I ain't never seen this footage of Wilt and Bill Russell about to scrap. Only time I see these niggas is when they together, happy talking about the good old days and how, hey, the best hoopers were in the 50s and 60s. Those are real athletes. That's the only time I see these niggas. You tell me there's clips of these niggas about to scrap and I don't even get a memo of this nigga dropping 100 points? That shit did not happen. No, nah. We got
footage of these niggas in the ECSF. My fault. We got footage of these motherfuckers in the finals, but we ain't got the game. Fuck out of here,
bro. Niggas will drop footage of James Naismith himself putting together a peach basket and be like, the invention of basketball actually was captured on film. I've seen more angles of 9/11 than I've seen than I will see of Wilt getting 100 points. Every month there is a new angle of 9/11. How are we not seeing Wilt yet? This is crazy.
So you gotta see it to believe it, huh?
I absolutely do. At first I was skeptical. At first I was hopeful. No. Now I've lost all hope. I'm done with it.
No. Of all niggas, we seen the TikTok souls. So this is coming out soon. Shout out fucking Agent 00 for putting it in terms that maybe everyone here will understand. You know, it's one thing if because I said the One Piece and aliens are real, so fine. It's one thing if you were to sit here and show me all these planets and then tell me, oh, but Pluto, that's not real. But if you showed me Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Earth, and then you're like, oh, but wait. Now Saturn's not fucking real. I'll be like, are you okay? Like, are you something wrong with you in the motherfucking head? If you sit there and tell me the fucking moon isn't real, nigga, I see the fucking moon. But now, if you're telling me, oh, Pluto's not fucking real, shit, I ain't gonna lie, ain't nobody been out there. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that. Like, no, bro. Will's game, and maybe I fucked up what he said. There's a whole fucking TikTok about it. Either the fuck way. No, bro. That nigga ain't scored no motherfucking 100. No, nobody has nostalgia over that. I'ma die by that. Nobody is ever sitting there. I've never fuck footage. Donald, to be honest, have you ever heard like grandpops, anybody talking about, nah, but you had to see it, young blood. You had to see that Wilt get. I've never heard somebody say that, bro.
Because them niggas ain't see it. They heard about it. They read about it. They didn't see it.
Everybody's heard about the game, but nobody's ever said that their grandfather, their dad showed them the game. No, bro. It doesn't.
You know what's crazy? No
exactly.
one's even
Honey Bun
talked
2
about,
is crazy too.
No one has even talked about being at the game, like as fans. There's never been a person that came, I was there in 1962. When Wilt did it. I was in the. I was.
Nobody saw the LeBron line. Nobody said, "Yo,
hey, this
once
picture
you got
right
80,
here,
I knew
that's
you
me in the back. That's me in the back of the picture right there. Actually, if you look, that's me right there. No one's ever done it. I ain't even seen a couple niggas being like, "Yo, the referees, did all of them die? None of them niggas spoke up. There ain't been one ref account. Not even their grandparents. My granddaddy, James Naisberry, yeah, he was the referee. He actually got the ball and the shirt from it. He got it signed. None of them. There's only been one stat tracker that's been able to say something, and it was the nigga that wrote the 100. That's a liar.
So why do you think they did it?
The one person.
Because the NBA was a business back then, and what
100%.
I mean, nigga, they trying to sell.
You had a silent blackout
Did it
game.
work?
Shit, that nigga scored 100 tonight.
So wait, do y'all think he even got close?
He probably got an 80, 90.
I think that nigga genuinely, I honestly think Wilt got to like 92, and they said, "Fuck it, why not?"
They literally looked around. They said, "Kill him tonight.
Stop me.
Kill that nigga tonight." That nigga dropped 100.
That nigga Wilt was a bad free throw
What if he
shooter,
got to
and that was.
104?
But hold on, that nigga Wilt was a bad free throw shooter, and that was the only night this nigga shot like 95% from free throw. Just looked at that stat line and was like, he hit 20 free throws. And
I dumbed it down for my chat. I said, chat. So he weren't hitting no fucking threes. So you're telling me this nigga who is not a fantastic free throw shooter just happened to hit an even number, then scored the ball in a way where he could only get even amount of points, and nobody fucking seen it, and he just so happens to perfectly land on the number 100, a number that's been immortalized ever since it fucking happened. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. They ain't scored that shit.
When I find her playing, I'm gonna put it in the chat, not the chat, but in the Discord. She's followed. She's a 6th grader in Georgia, followed by J-Law B-Ball, and she looks like Gigi. I ain't gonna lie. That should just blew me away. You're right though about the little nigga. Anyway, let me squeeze this in before we get out of here. Pause.
Yep, he said it. Omar broke it. He said it.
Well, that nigga's been
technically I said it first.
Yeah. I didn't even realize he said it.
For the bit. Yeah, for the bit. They had predictions up on it.
Because we need some non-basketball. Netflix
nerds finally.
Live action Avatar: The Last Airbender series is toning down the sexism. We took out the element of how sexist Sokka was. I feel like there were a lot of moments in the original show that were iffy. So basically they're saying they redirected and played a little bit differently in the live action. Fans were noting that like this is a part of his character growth. Let me pull it back up. In legitimately like the first scene of the first episode with his
I just watched the first episode of Avatar yesterday, so I can't wait to speak.
Hey, Suki.
Hoping for another dance lesson?
No, well, let me explain.
Spit it out. What do you want?
I would be honored if you would teach me.
Even if I'm a girl?
I'm sorry if I insulted you earlier. I was wrong.
We normally don't teach outsiders, let alone boys.
And so this is them like displaying that this is clear growth from like, you know, that part of his life. I wanted to cut it off. So Mark, good.
Man, I'm gonna say this is the definition of 2024 doing 2024 shit. I'm just have to be honest. I don't want to sound like a kicker. I don't want to sound like one of them. Man, let us say anything. But this is an example of an overly sensitized move. You are doing too much. We were like literally spinning a wheel on what random shit will do tonight, and it landed on watching Avatar episode. I literally say, fuck it, let's just watch the first one, right? Go like not even 5 minutes into the episode, Sokka's fucking sexist to his sister. He literally is like, of course, I'm stranded on ice with a fucking woman that doesn't know what to do. And then when Qatar doesn't know how to control her bending, gets him wet, and then they get lost, leave it to a woman that gets stuck. This is literally his character. That's just straight up him. Oh yeah, if you have the clip, go ahead. That's factually who
they find Aang, right? That's how they find Aang.
That's exactly, yeah. Aang pops up like 5 seconds later, not even minutes, and Aang's like right there. But yeah, taking that out just because, no, nobody would have cried about it except a couple of anime avi 189 post accounts on Twitter, dog. Reality is most human beings who watch the show, and y'all always, again, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Most people that actually knew what the fuck the show was about, they would have like been like perfect. Like they would have been like, finally, someone's actually going to depict the character the right way. But here we are touching and relying on past greatness to try to be great in the future, and you always end up ruining the product. And this is just another example of it, because it's going to sound like a crazy sentence in the crazy clip, and that's why they're avoiding it. But making Sokka non-sexist from the jump, you're kind of shitting on the character by a long shot off rip.
Yeah, if it's part of his character development, that doesn't make sense. Now that I'm thinking about when I rewatched the One Piece live action, I'm not gonna lie, man. Sanji could have been more horny, man. I think they nerfed his horniness in that show, man. If that's who his character is, let it be.
Horny bastard.
I don't know, Mom, not per se. The only thing I was gonna say on it is that I think this is even like an overreaction to what people even react to, and I think that that's where people get mad. It's not that people who have issues with this have issues with like something like this. Is now that people are like, oh, we have to prepare for this because we think people are going to have an issue with that, if that makes sense. Like they're being overprotective. I don't think that there's a problem with showing this only because people in real life are sexist. So having that be somebody and how they act and then grow from it, I think is definitely more beneficial than like making the announcement that we're going to tone it down, especially to some adults. This isn't necessarily made for kids. I know that might not make sense. This isn't made for kids. This is made for people that grew up watching Avatar, about our age group of people right here. So we understand like sexism bad. We're not gonna get it from Avatar. Trust me. If somebody's watching sex or Avatar and watches that and is like, oh wow, this thing berating women, like, yes, I ain't gonna lie, that's W move. They're gone anyway. They're long gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the irony of him being with the Kyoshi warrior isn't even just the fact that he found other women could be strong. He goes on to love the woman because he's like, damn, like I was an asshole. So like all time, he like Sasuke, too much Naruto. Sokka literally like he time in and time out, he interacts with a lot of women because he's learning that like what valuable features they have, that they're fucking people. They're not just some like inferior species. Whatever, man. But funny enough, unironically, it's actually crazy that I'm the one speaking on it, because the subsection of people that watch Keep It a Buck, the issue with it is kind of like what you're highlighting. The idea of like the I'm afraid to get canceled type shit, for what like many people view me as, that's like an extreme version of this. So like if a TSO sage, I guess, to that crowd was running Avatar, they would be like, well, I don't want to get Sokka canceled. I want to get the actor canceled. So let me go ahead and do some shit like this.
Yeah. That's it. Damn. You ready?
That motherfucker was hype.
I was say he said the
actually not the one starting the stream while we're supposed to be here. Come on now.
Whoa. I was the second person, and that's why your music didn't play.
No,
that's why your what you call it didn't work.
Yeah,
It did. It's
I was
just quiet. That one.
I was the second one to start the stream. We were supposed to start. I was not the person late to stream.
not too much. Not too much. I was on the way. Niggas kept chatting, bro. They was pissing me off.
Yeah,
You cannot be late, man.
I was on the way. Yeah, not this month. If you late this month, B-Souls, I'm sorry.
That's crazy. You got to be first every pod.
Yeah.
You better be on time, buddy.
Wait, why can't I be late? What the fuck?
You know why?
I'm gonna give you one more chance, brother.
When is your month? When is
What month is it?
October? Yeah, you better wait till October to pull that shit.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll
be
y'all
early
can be
October.
late. I just can I be late too?
Nope.
No,
No,
Oh.
not this month.
you got to be early every month. Matter of
Nah,
fact,
there's
Dre
no
shouldn't even be the one sending out links. That's you, buddy.
Hey, no, yeah.
To work this month. I ain't gonna lie. This is crazy. I love the pod.
Yeah,
You
we're
and
going
Cruz,
to,
you and Cruz are about to be up to your neck in work this month, buddy.
Who else we got? Rez? Don't think you know. Yeah.
Rez, them time stamps better be ready before the pod ends, nigga. Have them ready. Write them down.
As we streaming.
Have alternative stamps.
How long have we had the record button push, Rez? Go.
Have alternative timestamp names for the shits. Who else is on our team? This one. Okay. Nobody. Okay. Y'all lucky.
Yeah, the rest of Kings.
Y'all boys lucky.
It's all right. Not lucky. We got 29 this time. Not lucky, actually.
Extra day of y'all working. Matter of fact, what day is the 29th? Let that be a pod day.
Oh my God. If that's a pod day. Oh, I'm hell.
I like the gamer chick that wears lingerie. Oh, the OF models are buying.
It's a pod day. It's a Thursday.
Right here. Y'all see the OF models are getting like cameras like ours now? They're getting Sony cameras.
Hey,
Yeah. They got to show it in 4K. What?
Tired of the phone footage. All right. Anyway, B-So, say goodbye to the people, man. I'll let you go first because you're gonna get the shortest amount of time.
Peace out, y'all.
Damn.
Good.
W.
Say goodbye to the people, man.
All right, my brothers. You guys enjoy this month. Appreciate your fellow brother, your fellow sister. All right, stay woke. You ain't ever woke enough. And also, if you want to support a black business, go ahead and follow the TSO_Sage channel. Exclusive black content over there. And I might have to paint it because I don't want this system. So I know stop. Let me stop. Take care, stay blessed. We streak on Stoom, man. And we're gonna have another stream with a girl on the way. A queen, actually. She's gonna be on here real soon as well.
So my controller's black. Donald, say goodbye to the people, man.
All right, Chad's been your mom favorite midnight snack, and we will be back and black all month. In honor of Black History Month, because I didn't do it earlier. Shout out to the first black man that went and started an interracial family just because he knew he was walking the fuck out and making a single mom. Love it. Shout out to you, my brother.
I give you that.
Yeah, chat. We'll be back. Hey, no more sickness. No more wickedness. Shout out to all the black people, man. With that being said, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, sorry to the guys that pulled up for the Q&A. It was just cool, y'all.